Hello and welcome guys back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share and definitely subscribe. If you're a massive member of the channel, definitely big up to you. And if you want to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the way. As you saw by the title, Jamaica Reggae Girlz will have a few matches because you have different fractions of the Reggae Girlz. In total, we're going to be talking about 3 fractions of the Reggae Girlz in this video. One will be taking on Chile in the PanAm Games. We're going to detail that to look at what we should expect from it. Some of the players them in certain positions that maybe can make the move, what we can build around, and pretty much what to expect. Because both of those games that we played, which is Mexico and Paraguay, it ended badly. We conceded 17 goals over 2 games, so we want to tweak it to see if we can get something much better out of it. And definitely for the Reggae Girlz, the Concacaf Gold Cup selected squad at this point, Reggae Girlz, what we can expect from them, what we should expect from Guatemala as well, and if things go good, what should happen, and if things goes bad, what should happen in the next 2 games. All right, because we're going to put all of that on the line. Then the JFF announced that the girls got paid, so we have to ask what's next on that side. And then we have a few Reggae Boyz that played. We wanted to go through that as well. So we have everything structured, yes, and games going on at this point. I know that a lot of you guys might be busy, but obviously this is the only time I do get to cover the video, so I wanted to just drop it for you. Dwayne, massive respect, thanks for being here. How are you doing? Vinny Congo as well, massive respect. How are you doing? Rowan, how are you doing? All right, yeah man. So anyways, let me start with the JFF side now. Let me just clear up that side. Obviously, people could call in whenever they do want on each one of the topics. All right, yes, but make sure you be as respectful as possible. Yes, so we can improve the run back where people want to listen, because people complained about some of the calls them coming through. I don't know if it's the loudness or whatever the situation is. Melsha, how are you doing? Hope all is well with you and the family. Yeah man. All right, so this is from, and this is important, guys. This shows you how far the problem reached. I want to say this is one of the worst things that have happened to Jamaican football on a whole. In terms of the bad publicity, this went every corner of the earth. What they are talking about, because you have to look at it. The story that was built up at first was how the Reggae Girlz reached this position. They did it on their own. That's what the story, that was the story that was told. All right, not going to argue whoever think that this should have been this way and that should have been this way. I'm not going to argue that. I'm just telling you as to what was told. All right, yes, to maybe majority of the outside media. So when it's finished and they couldn't get their money, people look at it completely different. All right, yes. So let me start what they have stated here. This is on goal.com, one of the biggest websites you can find in the world when it comes on to football contents. All right, Jamaica Football Federation finally bring an end to the World Cup row as they confirmed Reggae Girlz will be paid in full for playing in tournament. All right, and then they continue to state here, the Jamaican Football Federation has announced that they have paid the roster of their women's team in full after their recent protests. They pointed out all of the protests. JFF pays women's team in full. World Cup squad hadn't been paid. Squad refused to play in Gold Cup qualifiers because they had to go through it like that to make sure people can follow the story. What happened? The women's World Cup roster of Jamaican women's team had announced last week that they would be sitting out two Gold Cup qualifiers this week due to not being paid in full by the federation for their appearance in the tournament, which is the Gold Cup. The bigger picture, this decision comes 1 week after the JFF was forced to choose a 23-member roster that is comparatively inexperienced for Jamaica's two Gold Cup qualifying matches. The decision was taken because the notable athletes who had led Jamaica to the FIFA World Cup knockouts in Australia and New Zealand this past summer had opted not to compete for their nation. All right, yes, and then they read the statement coming from the JFF. This came out directly from the JFF. Let me put it up on the screen for you so you could get it. All right, as you come in, please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. So they said, for immediate release, the Jamaican Football Federation is pleased to advise that, as committed, we have now paid in full balances due to the Women's World Cup team. Full stop. So that pretty much stated that yes, they had announced that on Friday they will receive the money. They never said they're going to, and they said they're going to pay it out immediately. So I want to give them even more credit because they said, and I'm just talking this, for the persons them that not trying to listen to the story. They had said that they should receive it on Friday and they're going to try and pay it out as fast as possible. But they weren't sure if it's going to come on Friday because bank transactions goes. Sometimes it can just go haywire. So the fact that they have actually received it on Friday and they announced it instant that they paid it out, regardless of the girls not receiving it or whatever the situation is, they still publicly came out and stated that they have done what they said they wanted to do. So that in itself would be them trying to improve in whatever percentage you want to give them. It's still, I know a lot of people would say, but it had to come down to this. Well, in life, it had to come down to something for you to do something. So at least we saw something happened right there, and we have to learn to can give people credit where it's due. All right, so I want to give them credit, whether or not it's coming from the forcefulness of the public, like the worldwide public embarrassing them. All right, no problem. I still want to give them their credit. They said Friday, if they do get it Friday, they're going to send it off, but they are not 100% sure, and it came in on Friday and they didn't have to wait. They sent it off instant and publicly put it out. Let me know if you are viewing, if you like what they did via putting it out there. All right, I'm going to go through the next part of the statement, but let me know what say you on that topic. All right, yes, I wanted to give you the next part. I have to go on the actual article to give you it. All right, so I'm going to go straight over. No, I will use the Instagram so I can give you the full statement. All right, so 1 second. So we have to give them credit on that side. All right, and at least that's how I look at it still, because I want to make sure I'm being fair, as in we are as to how we have the conversation. All right, yes. So this is the overall letter that they have posted. So let me go through it. All right, the Jamaican Football Federation, JFF, is pleased to advise that, as committed, we have now paid in full balances due to the Women's World Cup team. We will also start processing payments to all players who played in the qualifying round but were not in the final World Cup squad. All right, so what that meant, it meant they said you had a total of 41 players that played. All right, and the bonus should split in a percentage. The JFF stated that they have went ahead and done the percentage basis due to the fact that they never heard from the girls. If you don't agree with that, okay, I understand, but I'm just filling you in as to what they have stated. All right, so they went ahead and paid these girls their percentage, and now they are going to go and actually fill in the rest of the girls. All right, but obviously the rest of the girls included some that was actually in this squad. No, like Chinalu Asha, she was in the actual 41 players that played. Obviously they don't have any problems with them, so it looks like they can take their time to get everyone's details, and then things could work out from there. All right, I saw no problem with anything so far. I think I'm agreeing with everything what they're doing so far. I have no problem. I think it's fair to look at it from that side. Don't know if people following me right there. All right. So keep on doing the great work, JFF, on that side. Hopefully we stay this transparent, at least even though we're not fully transparent here because numbers were not there, but it's a good start. I will take this start. Yes. 1 second, let me share this right here so others can come in, because I wanted to do this 2 hours, because I am going to come late in the day to do with the girls tonight, which is Chile versus Jamaica. All right, I'm gonna come in late to do it. All right, big up yourself, Drew Ross. Yeah, man, match day. Real baller, big up yourself, Jack Drummond. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Says, know that they have been paid. Let's see how long this standoff will last. I hope tension will be relaxed. No, we're trying to get to that, so we have to clear up every single thing. All right, yes. So that's the 41. So they're going to try and work out the next ladies, because they wanted to just make sure they cleared off the people that had the direct problems, and we're going to get back to that as well. So I have no problem with what they have done there. I think it's perfectly fine. All right, yes. Let me go through it. Our immediate focus is on supporting the senior Reggae Girlz as they take on Guatemala on Sunday. All right, on the heels of a brave performance last Wednesday. Agreed, it was a good performance from a good performance because these girls just came in and stuff. All right, yes, we're going to try and detail that as soon as possible as well. Then right after that, because we have to close this thing in, then after that we heard from Mr. Chung, and then we heard from the president. All right, obviously we spoke yesterday extensively as to how we think that they are. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, or they're just not the best speakers. All right, so I found some problems with his statements, both of them statements. All right, because it seems like they're contradicting themselves, but it's okay because I'm not here to dig into every single thing. All right, he had said, the president said, the first thing, by the 1st of November, they are going to announce a coach. So look out for the Jamaica Reggae Girlz coach on the 1st of November. And based off what he had said, it is going to be a male. All right, it is going to be a male. Dre, big up yourself. Kevin Reed, big up yourself. And Corey MPA, big up yourself. Based on what they have said, it's going to be a male. All right, yes. So they have already reached the tally of persons, and they broke it down and decided that this is the person that they are going to choose to come and do the team. So look out for that, the 1st of November. That's what the president says. All right, he's trying, and he kept saying that this loyal bunch, you know, like this loyal bunch. I think this is not the right way to say it, because if you're saying that you're trying to resolve something, maybe it will come across that you're disrespecting the persons, which you're technically disrespecting them, you know, to be honest. You're disrespecting them, saying that the others are not loyal, when at the same time you are saying that you owe them and you're sorry. So really and truly you're not sorry, because this is what intelligent people and majority educated people will have standoffs for. And then normally for people that says Jamaica first, will have some problems with those persons. But I think they have to mince their words. All right, yes, when they're talking on these platforms. So that's the one thing I never got. So if you watch it and you got that, and you have people that's connected to them. You can just tell them that they can maybe deal with it in different manner, because maybe that won't come off good, because that is disrespectful, when you're saying those things. But nobody there told him, but it was disrespectful. So the president just keep on doing a good work. But I kind of understood what he was trying to say. I kind of understood what he was trying to aim towards. They are trying to fix everything with the main girls, but they are trying to make sure they have a next queue that's coming through that respects the organization, and because they were the ones that brought them through. So they are turning up to say that we brought them through, and this is what we expect from them, and this is the standard we are going to set. So for people that wants a certain standard, at least they are trying to enforce it. But all I'm saying, then, you don't lead with disrespect. You don't lead with disrespect, because if you say they want to solve things in the future, you might gain some complications where you never needed to do it. You never needed to end up in that little bracket, when you could have just talked the proper way, which we have always said. I think if you talk to people better, you might just get exactly what you want, even getting them not accepting money at all to play. You understand me? I think maybe the money comes through because they think you're disrespecting them, and then you're not paying them. So do better, and then better will come. All right. Then Mr. Chung spoke on the matter. He said that the girls are not suspended. It's just the selection is suspended. So the selective set of girls are suspended, Mr. Chung. You're still saying the same thing as to what the person asked you. Stop twisting it up, because it does not make it different. So the selective set of girls are suspended, which is the 23, and they will only want to work back with them when they can resolve things. And what I've realized, Mr. Chung learned about the other gripes that the girls them had, aside from what's on the paper, on Sportsmax when he got tackled by Lance. And then he made a statement right there to say that, okay, so since they have more problems and everyone knows, what we are going to do then, we can't move forward until everything is settled. Yesterday we talked on that, and I do believe that everyone agreed that we should not be moving forward until everything is settled, which I do agree on that front as well. Just let it stay whenever it takes to get settled. All right. Yes. Let me get to the comment section right here, so we can move into the football side. Travis, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Jay said, very disrespectful. If you ask me, I do think it was disrespectful, but I don't even think he understood, because when the guy asked him about the name, the president, when he speaks, he does not help himself, to be honest. In the department of saying that he is fit to run in the department. So that is something that might pose a challenge for him in the future. You understand me? Yes. Chevy said, JD, it's an honor to play for Jamaica, not a right. Imaxit, the senior female team players not own the team. But my conversation is very much calm. I have not raised my voice or anything. I am just having a normal conversation. I've never said anything what you came in the chat and said. Nobody have said anything. Nobody at all. You understand me? We are clearing up things, and we gave furthermore, everything what we have said, we pretty much gave the JFF the credit right there. So the fact that the first statement you made is coming off not my channel and not a conversation that we have had, it tells me the direction you're going to go in this video, which I don't know, which is shocking, because I've not said anything like that. All right. Yes. So I hope all is well with your Sir Travis. Rowan Malcolm says, oh, them if say the girls are not loyal. I just think the most of them, when they do speak, Rowan, I don't think they actually controls the room as if like they are prepared to speak. So sometimes they do speak out of turn. and it caused some little problems from time to time. So I stop taking them at the actual face value when they say something. I start to try go into what is the context around that they were speaking in to figure out what they actually meant. You know? Yes, because it happens so often. I can't believe that they meant it. All right. Stefan says JD, Mr. Chung is a wordsmith. Yes. All right. JD, not in my brain for you to think what I'm saying in my mind. Okay. Thank you, Travis. It's okay. I heard what you wrote and I was responding to what you wrote. So I don't know what you're laughing after. You know, we thought that we thought the A team JA wins nothing. So if the new coach doesn't have the A players, he is a pawn. Correct. I don't know, because Mr. Spade said that we had a core of players that might turn out to be very good, including Golden Boot players, and that's where we want to go to now. Which, because remember, this is served as a post-match, as a pre-match as well, and a post-match from what we saw in the Panama game. So those are the things that we want to discuss. All right. So based off what you saw the last time, have you seen a team that can truly challenge? I'm going to bring up everything here, the stats of the players and stuff, from what you saw the other day. We lost to Panama 2-1, right? And as you no, let me pull this one up, because this is not the right one. This is not the right one. Sorry about that, people. We lost to Panama 2-1. All right, so this is the right one right here. So let me pull it up on the screen. All right, so this is the one now that we started. Aliyah Morgan in goal. Malachi Days, Lauren Reed, Alekai Keane, Zoe. That's what they said I should pronounce it as. Michaela Days, Chinalu Asha, Neville Gill Abbey, Walker, Davia Richards, and Melissa Johnson. And then you move on to the lower third, which you get Christina Salmon, Lacey Murray, Sydney Street, Javane Jones, Taisha Nelson, Shanhane Nelson, Natalia Atkinson. So those are the players that featured for Jamaica. No, not featured, but turned up for Jamaica on the day. Based off all of those players that you saw, which one you would say you would turn out to say you could take them and do something with them based off what you saw? Did you saw the entire team that can maybe be molded, and we don't take none out of the other 23 to get the job done? Or you think that we need play out of the next 23, and we just need maybe some out of these players to make up the numbers? What say you? All right, because that is the question to ask. They said they are very much impressed as to what they never expected this from these girls. All right, they never expected this. They expected it to be much more tougher. Based on what I saw, I don't think I expected nothing much more from the girls. I thought that they did exactly what I expected them to do. To be honest, because if we be honest to ourselves, if we be actually honest to ourselves, did they actually do what they actually did on the field? Like what they actually did on the field? For me, they're not in sync, because they are new players. They retired very fast. The only thing I can give them, they showed a fighting spirit. That's where I can give them the credit. But if you want to say that it was a competitive performance with Panama, I think the scoreline very much flattered us because I watched it 3 times and it was not a competitive game. We got a goal by the run of play, and that was pretty much what we did in the game, and then try to sit back and try our best to stay in the game until they scored. And even before they scored, we almost certain that we weren't going to win the game. And once you saw a game like that, you know that we have trouble. We have a lot of trouble in it. So I think those words used by Mr. Chung right there and the president, I think it's just like, oh, we're trying to G up the fans them to say that, yeah, we did super well. No. We tried to stay in the game. And I understand, people, please listen to me. I'm just talking as to what they have said, if their word match what the performance is. I gave the girls them their credit for them to just step in and do what they had to do. I'm just saying, oh, they are saying that Lord in the performance like they want to go forward with it. I don't think that would be the accurate thing for you to say, because the performance was not like that. You know, it was not like that. All right, it was I wouldn't even say it was a good defensive display, because on the day Panama created 8 clear-cut chances. 8 clear-cut chances. 8 clear-cut chances. So it was, when you said clear-cut chances, they had the advantage to score. And if they had took their chances, you wouldn't have much of a say. That's what you call as a clear-cut chance. So if in a game you gave up 8 clear-cut chances, I would not consider that game as a good display. But all I'm saying is they are new. Some of them definitely showed me some things that I like them behind even this team. You get me? Even this team, I would put them in the main team. Like Walker, I think Walker, I would put her in the main team. She showed me more than Jody Brown. She showed me more than she showed me more than both of those girls. She showed me more than both of those girls, people. 1 second, let me get that up right here for you. She showed me more than both of those girls. Our strength, I love it. All right, with better players and better and freer spaces, she can do much more damages. Davia Richards, I don't think in our main team she makes it, but the quality of the player, you could see that she is the young core quality. She's the one that I think when we're talking about Buckley, she is actually the one that we should be targeting as a young core player to step up. She has the physicality, she has the footballing knowledge, so she can push it forward. All right, so any one of the young players them you should choose is actually Davia Richards, not Buckley. I'm very sorry, because I think Buckley is not in the same league as this girl. She might have some talent or might have something that we in Jamaica perceived as talent, but in the real world, or in the real footballing world, because it does not come off the same way. It don't translate into games improvement. What Davia Richards bring, I think, is way more than her. She have the strength, the size, the passing ability, the football IQ. Obviously, she's much more she's playing at a higher level, as in she's playing in college, so she might have the maturity in that stance. So I'm not saying the next player can't reach there, but I'm seeing the next player getting. I think that this is the player that we should be getting, given that that notoriety too. And with that said, that means we have to make sure we get the right talent identifier for the ladies as well, because that will improve things massively, because sometimes we have the true talents and the true talents them slipping under the crack because we don't have the right talent identifiers. So that is something that we have to look out for. All right, let me know if you agree with me or not. Davia Richards, good player for me, good player. Corey said yes, I agree. Richards and Morgan can work with it, but they are not ready. We need a team and done. Okay, so people seeing what I'm seeing, as in like the quality, and identify them as players. All right, we need back the players that play in the World Cup. They had to do that, that have experience. Okay. All right, fair enough. Bless up Best as documentary, massive respect. Lee Young says Panama showed up to that game knowing that they'd win and played in a complacent manner. I think so, because maybe if it was tougher opposition, they would have to make sure they force those opportunities to turn it into goals, because they know that they might get limited. But the entire night they knew that the next chance would have come. Another scratch off. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Lauren Reed, girl has a potential. Yeah, man. I have not gone to the backline as well, because I'm impressed with the backline as well, people. I'm still impressed, even though I'm complaining and saying that they give you a lot of chance, because as you know, we evaluate football, that lot of chance does not have to do with the backline so much. Obviously, you can look at their lines that they do hold from time to time, and the traps that they do set. You can look at that, but remember, you have to take away that, because that's the first game that they're playing. So that organization is not there. All right. Yeah, and in the midfield, Neville and Asha, once the football was not flowing through them, they tend to start to have some serious problems. You get me? And that exposed all of those through passes came through there. So that really exposed the team big time. Exposed the team big time. All right. One second, people. Alright, so I just wanted to set some stuff. Please, guys, smash the like button as you come in, share and subscribe. And you can call in the phone, give me your take as to the conversation. I think this is a very, very calm, nice conversation. So I guess I need to start doing this myself a lot more in the future. Alright, so yes, at the back now, Lauren Reed and Alika Keen. They are very good players. Don't watch the deflection and the deflected goal, and also the miss the error. Both of them are very good defenders. I am impressed with them. Malake Days, I think she might have already taken the spot of our main left back. I think she can play and play well under pressure. The reason why I don't blame the defenders, the centre backs, them so much. I'm done with this now. So let me put this one up right here for you. Let me put this one up right here for you. The stats. Let me just put up the stats to show you. They had 25 shots. 5 of them on target. 11 off target, and 6 of the shots blocked. All right, and big chances created, 5 big chances created. So they updated the big chances. 5 big chances created and 4 missed. So they updated it in the end. All right. No, this card is not open as yet. I will open it. I will open it. All right. I will open it now, so people can come in the discard. All right. Yeah, so the discard is open now. So you can come in if you want. It's in the post-match section. Yeah, so for me, if your backline coming under so much pressure, that has nothing to do with the centre backs them to be concentrating for the entire 90 minutes. That simply means your midfield not playing, and you can't do nothing about that. So that error was by forced, due to the fact that our midfield was not strong enough to push them off. They kept, remember that same sequence of play had 3 attacks in it. 3 separate attacks in it, without Jamaica actually did anything. So to blame these girls at the back for the problem, I say that's a no-no. So be honest, all 5 at the back kind of impressed me. Only Zoe, sometimes she run out of the line, and but our recovery pace is good. Our strength is definitely good. All right, others will say other things that they like about her, included a lot more things, but footballing related, she is definitely a good player as well. So all 5 players at the back can give persons competition right throughout the team. I'm very sorry. Every damn one of these players at the back, with time given, they can give every one of our players them competition at the back as well. Every one of them. All right. Every one of them. That's all I'm going to say right there. Let me drop the link because it looks like you asked for the discard, but I don't see you in it. So the discard is there. Yes, so I am impressed with the 5, but obviously the goalkeeper will not get any opportunity to play in the main team because first thing you can see that she has the height is not on her side. All right, the kicking range is not on her side. The commanding of her box is not on her side. I like her. I love the keeper. I love the keeper. You understand me? But that is just my love for the keeper. That has nothing to do with football. You understand me? I just see the keeper and like the keeper, you know? I like her attitude and stuff. Yes. But she have a lot of things that she's not ready as yet, you know? Nitrogen. We can't stick with this lineup. We can't stick with the full lineup, but we are trying to pick out people out of it. So the keeper spot, I think the keeper spot for the top 2 top 2 main keepers we have, nobody else in the pool is as half as good as them. Nobody else in the pool is as half as good as the goalkeepers them in the main team. So those spots are sealed. The Allison sisters, at this point, they would have still started over the next 2 centre backs, you know. But the next 2 centre backs, give them time, they can challenge the Allisons as well. They can challenge the Allisons as well. I am very sorry. You know, when I say things, I know what I'm looking at. These 2 centre backs are. I think those 2 centre backs can be the replacements or the backups for Allison. So I think don't be surprised. All 4 players in the back line makes the national team. All 4 players, and then I would say 2 out of the next 6 would make the team, and I think Malachi Days and Walker would make the team, and maybe Melissa Johnson. Maybe they will consider it. But aside from that, Davia Richards won't get picked. Navigale Abili, she won't get picked. Chinalu Asha, she won't get picked in the system because you have Sanson, and you have Drew Spence and Primus. All of them offer a little bit more than her. I like her, and I like her range of passing and everything, and I think she could be better with better players. But I think at this point, if the system don't change, she don't offer that solidity in a 2 in midfield, you know. Yes, hopefully it can go back to the normal 4-2-3-1. You know, it might serve a little bit better. All right, yes. So those are the players that I think won't get back a call at this point. They have to work on themselves. Yes, so the keeper, the 2 in midfield, and maybe the 2 up front. So those are the 5 I'm going with. And then I would say the next 6 out of the starting lineup right here, from right midfield and left midfield to the back line, you can look at them. Any amount you can pick out and put them in the main team, I think they should be around there. That's my take still. She needs a chance. All right. Blessed One Love said, JD and the Imaxit family, if the GoFundMe was such a lie, why is it that the JFF is paying back money from years back? They should only be paying paying months or weeks back. Yeah, man, that's why we just left that alone and just reason on the football inside, because majority of the things what they're saying is not entirely true. Because even with 1.8 that you're listening, you don't realize what they have actually said, you know. They have said FIFA should reimburse them 600,000, right, are upwards of that, because they receive 1.2, hence why they couldn't pay out the lady One Love. But if you listen well, if you receive 1.2 and FIFA should reimburse you 600,000, reimbursed you, that means you spent that. So that would have been on top of the reimbursement. Mean you spend something. So if you spend 600,000, you would have still received the 1.8 million, right? and FIFA would have to give you back the 600,000. So you should be receiving 2.4 million. That would have been the right figure, but I've not heard anybody come up with that as yet. Like people not listening. They said a reimbursed and the reimbursement, and I saw him still trying to stick with the reimbursement, but it makes no sense. So that's what I'm saying. One Love, if you listen to it and break it down, you realize that majority of the statements doesn't make much sense. So we just wanted to stay on the football side and chop up the football side. You get me? Because maybe you're just looking into what I've said, Maybe you just actually figure out what I've said, You figure out what I'm saying, people? If you said it's a reimbursement, so you paid something, so why you would end up with 1.2 and not 1.8? If you can answer that, we can further the conversation. But I'm just trying to show you, say the word was not needed right there. All right, yes. We are going to try and move to how we can set up. But let me. So nobody commented, no, up to no one person don't comment and answer me, like answer me as to how it works, because a lot of bright people have in the chat. So what would be your pushback to what I've just said? You understand me? Because I said it 2 days ago, but I realized that nobody picked up what I've said. Because you can't use the words and it does not come across the right way. So that's what I'm saying. One Love, you don't pay them any mind. Top of the morning, Kush. Hope all is well. Kim Harley says a politician them. Yes, I would say. That's why I said don't pay them any mind. Let me move on to who you think out of this squad, and how you would set up this squad to get it better, to get something out of the actual Guatemala game. All right, out of the actual Guatemala game, because I have watched the Guatemala team. They passed the ball a little bit more than Panama. Listen to me well. They passed the ball a little bit more better than Panama, because me and Jason was discussing this one. Obviously, we think that Panama has more speed because they are physically strong. So they have a lot of speed. That's why we had so much problems with them, because of the speed. So Guatemala has less speed, but Guatemala presses a lot better. Their traps are very good, but it can still be broken with physical strength. So I can say Walker is one of the players that has to start against Guatemala, because you're going to need people like that to try and break it down. Michaela Days both of them will have to start in the same position, because you want them to be breaking the lines in the high press of Guatemala, because Guatemala will come at Jamaica because they don't see the need of sitting back. You get me? They don't see the need of sitting back. They are going to be the better passing team, the more gelled team, and the team that need the 3 points to force Jamaica in a spot. Because if they get the 3 points, more than likely in the next game away, for whatever team Jamaica has, they just need a point to knock out Jamaica. Any one of the next teams just need a point and Jamaica can't qualify, because it's only 2 teams go through. All right. Yes, and the first one goes straight to the Gold Cup. Then the next one go and face one of the winners of Group B. All right, one of the winners of Group B. All right, because you have several groups, so they're gonna take out one of the winners. Obviously, if some people are already assessing it, they can give me the exact pot that we're gonna get the teams out of. All right, but that's how it goes. So if we don't win this game, it's close to, it's around, I would say 45% of we not going through, because I don't believe even with our best squad we are far better than Panama, and I saw it in the World Cup. I don't believe with our best squad we are far better than Panama. So we could still draw the game with Panama as well. So with that said, I put it down to around 45%. in qualifying if we lose to Guatemala in this one, which it's going to be maybe 55-45 in favor of Guatemala. All right, yes, so we're going to pull up Guatemala to give you some more information as to what, and then we wanted to follow back on this, you know, and we want to talk about the PanAm Games as well, because that is where you're going to get the additional information that I've always tried to put out. Yes, so let me give you the last. Let me try and get the last on the screen for you to give you some metrics on the team itself, to show you what they do as well. Yeah, so they did defeat Panama 3-2. All right, yes, and this is the stats. They had 41% possession. They had 18 shots on Panama, 9 on target. All right, yes, and as you let me go straight on to the passing. They're passing, which Panama is a higher press team than what we have now, and they still pulled off 148 at a clip of 66. So take out 66 out of the 140. No, the 148 is what they have actually completed, because they tried 223. All right, and the areas of the pitch was very high in this game. They still try to get up into Panama's face. We try to drop off. All right. So I think, I don't think they know that Panama team is better than this Jamaica team. So if they are going to take that risk without having a point at that time, I honestly believe that they are going to come back with the same thing. All right. With the red card of the captain, the 2 yellow cards, she's going to miss the game, so maybe that will help you, because she's an important part of their pressing. She's an important part of their pressing. Monteroso, she's an important part of their pressing. So let me see who they're going to use to make up the numbers for her. All right, yes, but yeah, it's going to be tough, people. It's going to be tough. So I think with the 2 wing players, and I think I would drop 3 in midfield, just the same with the 2 wing players. So a 5-4-1, a 4-5-1 would be the order of the day. A 4-5-1 would be the order of the day for me, or a 5-4-1. And a 5-4-1 would be the order of the day for me, in order to get something out of the game. And I think I would start with a 4-5-1 over anything else, just to kind of compete with them in all areas, so they can't latch us in, because I think that they're still a better passer in between the lines than Panama. In those that short space between Zoe, those spaces, they are very much more technical for me than Panama. So that is something, and their pace that they continue to play at, they don't reset as much as Panama. All right, yes, so that is something that I would be looking at as well. All right, Moon, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Said JD, my stream is delayed because I'm catching up, so you probably moved on by now, but Mr. Chung addressed the reimbursement thing on all angles. It's on YouTube. Yes, I've listened to it, you know. But Moon, the reimbursement, it does not really seem accurate just the same, because the reimbursement, it's a part of a funding then, and the funding was more than that. Maybe the reimbursement was in total of maybe double time that amount, and they are reimbursing them 50% out of it then, because that's the only way they would have ended up with 1.2 Moon. You get me? So for instance, how you would have put it now? Because I've listened to what he said, you know. I've listened to what he said, and it was still not clear. Because when you use the word reimbursement, it just seems wrong. You know? Moon, it just seems wrong. Because it doesn't matter which department, which way you want to spin it, reimbursement would have meant you're getting way more. And he still never gave out the figure what he's going to, he has to recoup back from FIFA. But it has to be over 1.2 million then, based on what we know that the girls should have gotten, or no, what the JFF should have gotten from what from where we went in the World Cup. So that's how I'm taking it. But I've listened to it, Moon, and believe me, it never explained nothing. He addressed it. Yes, he addressed it. That is true, but he never really explained nothing. So let me move on, people, to what Jamaica need to do in order to beat them. I know a lot of you guys don't like it, but God, we have to work with what we have. All right, we have to work with what we have. All right, we can't do nothing more. So that's what we're trying to set up. And then we're gonna move to the PanAm Games, because I know a lot of you guys not really interested in the PanAm Games. So let me pull this one up back to show you. All right. So what I would have done, Davia Richards would have to go deeper for me to make the 3, and Melissa Johnson has to play a roaming forward. She has to play a roaming forward and just try to press as best as possible off her own. Davia Richards will just have to play the attacking role, or maybe I would say Navigale Abley plays a defensive central and drop Davia Richards way deeper. All right, in the center of the park, and use the flank players to help the forward right there. So you're always secure in midfield and are ready to start play, to sustain the play a little bit more. So I think you will see a system like that, because Richards will play again because of South Jaffa, but Navigale don't move much. She don't move much so freely, and a lot of people was beating her, you know. So for that sake, I would have put her in the defensive midfield department. She can pass the ball and she can put in a last ditch tackle as well, because she puts in several last ditches in that game. Without her, we could easily concede 3-4 goals. Even though we beat her on the night, a lot of you guys inside the chat beat her, and I thought that she still put in some good last ditch challenges. So I think I would have gone with her. So I would have tweaked a little and go with the 4-5-1 as what I've said system. All right, but Navigale would have been deeper, and you have Richards and Chinalu in front of her, just to make up the numbers right there. And then our main attacking threats, like what we want finishes from, is from Walker, Days and Johnson. That is what I would be looking for. And the stabilizers, them would have been Richards, Chinalu and Abley. I think that would have been significantly better, because it wouldn't expose Zoe and Days and the two centre backs them as much. Yes. Rich Ty, big up yourself. Reimbursement is for money you spent and are now recovering. But this was money earned from the World Cup. Therefore, the two of them can't be true at the same time. That's what I'm saying, Rich Ty. That's what I'm saying. Kevin J, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yes. So that would be my starting lineup. So if you're rewatching the video, please give me yours. Please give me yours, because I'm going to move over to the next. I'm going to move over to the next set of girls. But Juras is here. But Juras never said anything. So I never knew that he was here. Juras,
never interrupt you.
Okay. Okay. No, through me there talk football now, you can't interrupt me. Normally, if me say something, stop. You know? See?
You like to talk. You like to talk, John. You like to talk. What them call it? JFF Netflix series?
Yes. Parts episode 15, point 19. You know, yes. But today, I had the plan that I'm not gonna do nothing of no drama. Just break it down naturally and then go straight back into the football, because really and truly everybody know that it's only football I'm pretty much interested in. So yeah. So based off what you saw, what you want to chop up, since it's what you want to chop up.
Alright, so thought came to me last night, and a lot of us may not agree with it, and you probably not even agree with it. I think the World Cup squad should probably take the rest of the year off regime. Even if some way and somehow they manage to get a mediator or arbitrator and work things out, I think it's just too much. There's too much bad blood. You know what I'm saying? To pick it up so quickly. So These group of girls that came in, as I said, it's gonna take them a while for gel together. But from what I was expecting, they did much better.
Okay.
They preceded my expectations. Not saying that I was expecting us to go and win, but we were able. We look like we make sense. You know what I'm saying?
All
We
right.
never look
Fair enough.
like really out of sorts and so on and so forth. So I would go with these girls for now, and not everyone from this batch, but add a few other players, and see what we have in our data.
So what
In
you're
our
saying,
data
so
pool.
pretty much you're saying that you would have finished the entire tour, the entire qualifiers to the Gold Cup with these sets of players.
Yeah, because for this year, how many more windows we have?
We
Two.
have
We have
we have one more window
more.
because one more window will be the next two
The end of
games.
November. Yeah, the
Yes.
end of November. Okay, I thought we had one in December as well. My bad.
No,
I thought it was like
let me check to make sure because I don't see any game inside December. So let me see.
mm,
No, we only see the November one, and that's about it.
okay.
Yeah. So the next
Yeah,
two games after.
I think, well, as I say, is my opinion. So I think it's a perfect opportunity to see who else we have that we can put in our pool, because from this game, as I said, we have a couple of players. The backline, really like how the backline function. I was really worried about them. I made a said to myself, say, you know what? We had an issue with that in the last World Cup, not this past World Cup, the one before 19, right? Where our backline they kind of look, And to me, these two centre backs, them exceed my expectation in terms, and them even play better than our backup centre back, which is Plummer.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely like how they played, how they
That I would agree
look
with you.
together.
That I would agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how they look together, and even though the girl, the number 16, what's her name? She was the reason why both of the goals scored. We can't say that. We can say, okay, she should have kicked with the second ball and the own goal. But they never play bad bridging. And as I say, I feel this is a perfect opportunity for us to see what else is out there, to add to our database and something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And remember, if you hold that same thought in your head after this stream, remember we have that's why we want to watch later as well, because remember we have a mixture of players playing in the PanAm Games. So if you saw some midfielders there, you could have made up the numbers in the midfield. So where you have the problems with this current crop, so you could have seen we have Andreen Smith, Destiny Powell, Shaniel Buckley, Emily Sunday, Akila Johnson. You have all of them can add to the team if you want, and you have more on the bench as well. So that's a next set of people that you could have used. All right, if you want, still, if you want,
I
that's if you want.
haven't seen the PanAm game, so I trust your expertise in that, but I haven't seen it, so
No,
I can't tell you.
I never gave you anything. I never gave you anything on them. I just said if you want,
Oh, 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 oh.
if you map them, and you like something, you can take some pieces from there if you want, because you said you're gonna stay with the core. But when I look, yeah, I think you would have wanted a midfielder or two. So I don't know if you'd have gone for the two deeper line midfielder, which is Andreen Smith and Powell. You could have used those in midfield if you want. They are very young though,
You
very young.
feel, you feel they're good to add
No,
to the midfield.
no, but it's based off what you're saying. I think they would have added Navigil Abley. I think Andreen Smith would have added more than Navigate Abley. She's more mobile for me.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. As I said, a lot of these girls are majority of the girls in the squad are new. For me, I would have said probably 40%. We never say, really taking before. So I'm gonna do my homework still, see what they
Mm-hmm.
have to offer. So forth.
And
Yeah,
and
man, that's
later, and later we will be
all
doing
right.
it again, so you can get to watch the game if you have time.
Is there any news on anyone that's gonna join this camp for the Guatemala game?
I don't think so because the girls them have the Chile game tonight. So even if they leave after losing to Chile, which more likely will be a loss, to be honest, because we have to face reality. They still can't make it in time to be impactful in the Guatemala game because the Guatemala game is hours after. You get me? So you can't just leave one place and then go. Yeah, man. I told you guys at the start that I'm going to rewatch all of the games. It's just because that I have to go on the road after.
I wasn't even thinking anyone from the PanAm Games to join. I'm just thinking like overall, you know.
Okay, overall, I think we give ourselves less of a chance. This team can't beat Panama at Jamaica. This team can't beat Panama if they play them 10 more times. Juras. If they play them 10 more times, they can't beat Panama, and we need to beat Panama in order to qualify. So I think if we truly
play them the next window.
Yeah, we have to get we have to play Panama again. And remember, Panama would need us a draw to knock us out. That's if we lose to Guatemala. Panama would only need a draw to knock us out. You understand? So if we want to make it, we have to either just say, well, we have to take back some of the girls, you know? No, I don't want to say, but
I'm gonna be honest with them. I'm gonna be honest. Even if some of them come back, I don't. With this new coaching, because let's keep in mind, this coach is probably going to be implementing new tactics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with this new coaching, and are we going to be the same team from the World Cup?
No, but if we are more fluid, that's not better for Bonisha. Bonisha not gonna be the world class Bonisha.
I agree, but I'm just saying that I don't think the chemistry is going to be there. So me chuck up the Gold Cup, us making the Gold Cup, ever since this whole thing and me here's to the girls I'm not coming, me chuck it up as a loss, merchant.
Okay.
That's how I'm perceived. Yeah. That's how me.
Yes, Leon, we're playing Guatemala twice, but we're still playing Panama again. We have 3 matches, you know. The problem, you know, we have 2 matches and we know that the girls them not coming for these 2 matches. That's why everyone started to lose it. Alright, so let me take Neil on the call. Neil, big up yourself. Thanks for calling in, Big Boss. How are you doing?
What going on, JD?
We're about to work on some things and look on some things for later because we have the Chile game later.
Well, JD, never talk about that again. That's the game that I told you.
So we still have to watch the game. We know Jamaica not winning. We kind of almost 100% sure we ain't winning. But that still mean we are watch the game for fine players, you know, because we are the scouting, you know. So we still have to watch the game. We know because Chile won the next 3 points. And remember, Chile beat Paraguay, you know. We'll come back to you right after Juras. We'll talk to Neil on the phone. So Chile beat Paraguay, and then they lead Mexico, you know. And Mexico come back and smoke them 3-1. So now they are going into this to make sure them finish on 6 points. So they are not gonna give Jamaica a chance. The only thing Jamaica can do is try to score a goal. But Chile are come to give us the same amount as Paraguay, if not more. The lowest we get a 7.
Huh? I think you gave me a Chile, but when me as player now, normally, I agree with Juras. But Juras come and come and pack up about 4 big stones and fingers on it. When Juras say go, let me take it next month. I don't know what Juras are saying. I wonder what. But if the girl them not come back, we not qualify for nothing. You understand? So, but I'm saying this in the JD. Me like our next team play. Because to me say Panama, but I don't think Panama is a good team.
No, but we never said Panama is I never said Panama is a good team, you know. But good in relation to what? Because whichever team Jamaica put out, even our best team, we are not gonna run over Panama.
You think we can run over them? I think so.
Maybe with a new style. Maybe with a new style because I've never seen. Maybe with a new style. Not the style not the style we use in our World Cup. We not beat Panama, or we not beat Panama bad with the style we use in our World Cup. It have to be more
I think
expressive, you know, and come out. For me, still.
The only team afraid of, apart from US and Canada, no matter Mexico, I hate it. The rest of them, I think Jamaica can beat them.
Okay.
What me ask you, Jerry? Me name talk about. Juras attack and Juras say if team take a year, if they take a year, then maybe the next 2 years before we see them again. Because when they qualify for World Cup, then I got nothing to play.
Okay.
If you World Cup with this team.
Alright, so Juras, right, hope you hear him, you know, but you can't respond to him because he's on the phone. So, Neil, you don't want to come in on this card?
Yeah, but tell Juras to me I talk about 4 big stone and leg talk.
Alright, I'm going to drop the link on this card. Alright.
Alright, come in.
So, Juras, the man Kanye right there, no, Juras. If we don't make the Gold Cup, we don't have no game. He might come in on this card. He might come in on this card.
JD, me say, listen, in my head, from the girl said that they're not coming. Me just said to myself, so listen, we're not gonna make the Gold Cup. So that's why I said, let's use this time to scout and see who else we can add to the 23, or you know, have as backup players for add to a 40-man roster. You know what I say? So that's my mindset. Me not gonna say, but done in my mind, we done now make the Gold Cup already.
Okay, so
boycott or Jason call it girl cut. We done say already, so we now make it boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for life, Sadie for life, or Sadi for life. I don't know how to pronounce that one. You can let me know what you wrote there. You want to come in and chip in the conversation. Alright, that person not talking at this point. We will get them in soon. Yeah, so basically, it will take a big hit for the program, and that we have to always pick these moments, you know, because remember, we always get more funding for these competitions, Juras.
Exactly.
So when we don't have these competitions, it's not no free games. You understand me?
I know. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah.
On the bridge. Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, man, we're here in the same.
I know that JD and I agree with you fully, and that's why when a lot of people say, listen, the timing, or we're not saying that the girls can't boycott. We're not saying that, because everybody's entitled to their stance and their actions in a democratic world, right? So we're not saying that them can't do that, but is the time frame when them do it. So we just have to say to ourselves, listen, us not making it, okay, you guys decided to take the stance for whatever reasons, for the many reasons we want to have. Something has to give, and what gives is us not making the World Cup. So that's how I view it.
Okay. And they're setting back the program for a while as well. You know, because no, exactly. They are not going to have enough money to fulfill certain things. Yes. So
drop. Well, because FIFA and Concacaf, they're not looking at and the A or the B team this, No. Jamaica still a player. This is what the federation send out. So rankings is gonna fall as well. So all of them hard work, I guess it's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice. So,
yeah, man, because this would have meant in this window we play 5 matches, 3 in the PanAm Games and 2 outside. So if we don't win this one, that means a 5 last back to back. That 5 last. I don't know how them count it, but I'm going to check to see exactly how they do count it. All right. Yes. Tom, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Alan says this should be a sign that we need a development program in Jamaica instead of relying on overseas players who are not patriotic Jamaicans. That's what Alan says. But Alan, I think that's a statement that I never wanted to touch. Alan, when you make statements like that, I think that is very, very, very much lacking knowledge as to what football actually produces,
especially the patriotic.
Yes, because first and foremost, the person that keeps pushing everything is a born Jamaican, Alan. So that shows you're not in tune with reality right there. All right, and how can you quantify patriotism? The hardest runners on the field are not born Jamaicans. The players that covers the most miles, which that's what you would have used to say you're more the metric meter for patriotism, right? That's what they're saying, drew us. So then let me give you the numbers now, the metrics. The top 3 runners for Jamaica team are not born Jamaicans. The top 3 runners on the field are not born Jamaicans. So Alan, how would you feel now? Because every metric that I've showed you shows that it's a Jamaican born players them talking out on both sides, on the men and the woman side. And also, when you come on to hard work, when you come on to the hardest runner on the field, are always not born Jamaican. The players them that cover the most miles were not born Jamaicans on both men and woman team. So, what other metric outside reality we can really go for? Or this is just winner like the overseas man them? So let me just make up a story. That's what it sounds like to me right there.
Yeah, and I don't like when this all go back to the whole, local and foreign-based thing, brethren. It just drives a wedge in between and separate
yes.
So I cannot agree with that, and it's like I'm afraid for calling him. I'm afraid for calling him. I can't agree when Oral Tracy said that, brethren. And these are the views of Drew Ross, not of Imaxit. Let's make that clear. So I can't agree with that, boss. Because these players, them jump on a flight, long flights. Come here, them leave them family, them leave them break. It's not like Jamaica compensate them the same money, monies with them and make at them club. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people do it for passion. A lot of people do it for various different reasons for improve them chance of signing with a club. But I'm pretty sure in the back of everybody's head and in everybody's brain, they are proud to represent their grandparents, their mother, their father's country, brethren. So I hate when we come with the whole thing there and it just like a driver wedge, boss. I don't like
it. Man, well said, and that's why I try to manage this stream, because I realize that a lot of people say that when I brought on people, it kind of distract the show and everything. So I know that everybody coming on is much more, they are not coming off us emotion, they are trying to be honest, because that's why I broke it down for Alan. So Alan, he comes back, he said, I did not mean it the way you took it. All right, you can be patriotic without being born in Jamaica. Most of the USA players are not born in USA, but they show pride when they are called to represent USA. But I can give you facts now. USA refuse to play without being owed, so that's worse than Jamaica. They refused to play when they wanted what they want. They wanted a demand, which is separate from being owed. So, Alan, I just gave you a fact there. So, please, don't just jump to conclusion when you know that the person that you're talking to, research majority of these things. A football me talk about. The girls, them, they were owed, and the JFF said that they owed them. It's not like they denied that. So, we know that that is not no skim around the bush. So you take that out of it then. If you said that they are not operating properly, you don't like it, no problem. So since you said it's not a weary barn, so what are you trying to say then? Because you had players on the field that's Jamaican barn and still around the Jamaican scene, but they have not turned up. So what are you saying then? Make it make sense now, Alan, to understand what you're trying to say. You know? Because I think I think that's exactly what you meant from day one, but you're just trying to clean it up because I gave you factual information. So when you check it, you realize that, oh God, what I've just said made no sense because see the facts here, you know. Sean says any country that makes feminists have power always mess up. All right, Sean. Jesus God. Boy, that's why I tried my best not to have this conversation, you know. Alright, people, please do hit the like button. I don't know if you have 100 likes. At least make this video reach 100 likes. I just wanted to drop it in between so we can have a good conversation. What to look out for. So when we start the videos, you know exactly what we're going to talk on for the future videos. Them later, Jamaica will be playing Chile. We don't expect them to win, which I don't even think them themselves expect to win. But let me phrase that better. Let me phrase it better.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Them expect to win, but maybe not on the score line, because sometimes you as a coach, you have different things that you're looking out for. You know that the team that you have, a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old on it, with a few other older experienced players on it. You're not expecting to win the games. You're expecting to find a few pieces. That's being helped by the experienced players. So I think that's what they are trying to do. So we are just trying to find those extra pieces as well. So when we come here, if it turn up 10, more likely it might be something like that, because you're playing professional players with people that's playing U20 and U17s, and they were not the best at U20 and U17. So it's just a next level of development, to be honest, and that's how I do watch it. You go ahead, Juras, and then we can bring in Tennessee. Tennessee is here, you know. You want to get the 3 big stone, you know.
Not to lament on that point too much. But I said in the comment this week, Bridging, you hear what you say? You not expect us to win. So if we not expect for win, right? And we expect so we're gonna get one like 10-0 and 7-0 and them big score there. Why are we sending a team that is not prepared, bro? You understand what I'm saying? I understand, so we qualify for the thing, you know. But there were other teams that qualified for the tournament, and they don't have the money to send the team, and they didn't send the team, Bridget. So this is the thing when we look upon when I say, we don't have no money, we don't have this, we can't pay people. Why we are sending out a team, Bridget, and we know so the team not to go, we not to go put out squad.
But let me answer that now. You don't realize what happened. It's a figure. People figure out the pool of players we actually have in the 60 women that we have on the pool. And that's what we realize in all of this conversation here. And you have 23 to around 27 of them decided that they are not going to play. So you take out 27 out of the better players out of the pool, not going to play. So what happened now? The others that would have come through, because what I'm going to do here, I'm glad that I have this right here set up, so you get to see for yourself. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something. So remember we did play in the CAC games, you know. We did play in the CAC games. Okay, but the people on the chat can alright, so this is the CAC games. We lost 5-2 to El Salvador. We drew with Puerto Rico 1-1, and we got 7 from Mexico. All right, I'm trying to get the actual listing of players to show you. All right, I want to find that one for the CAC games to show you. But if you look at the CAC games, we had a lot more seats. Shaheen Nelson, she played in the last CAC games. Natalia Atkinson, that's on this list, she played in the last CAC games.
So you're basically saying
so it is the CAC games squad coming in to play the main game, and then the back half of the CAC games that would have been not the main ones, playing in the PanAm Games. So really and truly, it would have been significantly stronger if the main squad, so the main squad not turning up, messed up everything. Because I can bet you, when they are these 2 listing, they are going with a squad to say that they can nurture and actually get wins. So this is the squad that you saw play Panama, would have been playing the actual PanAm Games. So that's what they planned for, to find the gems them. And I don't even have to get an answer from them. That is 100% fact. This was not the team that they're going to send. It is because that team did not turn up. They had to be scrambling now to find the 23, and they scrapped the entire CAC PanAm game squad, and then make a PanAm game squad after. Alright, so it just dropped down 2 levels. So that's why I wanted to do all of the games. And I know people understood what I was talking about, Juras, that the girls them damage every program by just not turning up. So you see it now. So it's not just one competition; it's two competitions gone down the drain. You see it now. That's what I was saying from day one, but people never got it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I understand. So from that point of view, I understand it.
So I wouldn't blame the JFF because that means them already thought that they could have done something in the CSC in the PanAm Games.
Okay. Well, I understand that coming from there, but I could still say that about a lot of the stuff, the under 17.
Yeah, man.
We just seem unprepared in a lot of the competitions, Bridget. That is not the senior men's and the senior women's. Like with under 17, we look lackluster. Team just come together, passport issues, a lot of other issues. So, bro, if we're not fully prepared and we cannot afford it, do not send the team. That is my team.
No, and I agree with you right there. I agree with you right there. But if you look at it from the side that I'm saying, we were prepared for it. Because on their paper they had the amount of bodies that can compete in both competition. Because you saw them against Panama, you thought that if they had put in something like that against Mexico, they were going to still lose. But it's going to be a lot more competitive, and then maybe with the Paraguay and those teams that are a little bit worse off than Mexico, which I think so, and it's proven because Mexico beat Chile, that beat Paraguay, and I think when they do meet Paraguay, they're gonna beat them too. Yeah. So when that happens, it's gonna prove what I'm saying. I think that they would have given them a better challenge. So I get what you're saying, and maybe that's the way to go. Just admit that you don't have enough money and don't participate in all of those competitions. But you have to read the actual handout from Concacaf, Jason Juras. You have to read that as well, You can't just come out of competitions, And remember, Jamaica never entered U15s, last year, it was 2 competitions Jamaica not turned up for this time, This year, in 1 year's time, it's 2 competitions they never turned up for, Youth 15s and one more as well overseas, They never turned up for. So they have been not turning up for competitions, Juras. They have been not turning up for competitions because they can't finance it.
But yeah, and well, we can't finance it and the lack of preparation, because remember a lot of these things were okay. We hear so where I go, and then last minute we hear say something happened to interrupt that. So they planned on going, but because of certain things, we never end up going. So yeah. But we get what you say still, and I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, man, big up Ethan Pinnock. Ethan Pinnock are my boy, but you remember, if I say I dedicate myself to the girls, then you know that I like to just do my job at the time, because I spend so long researching things to come and give you the conversation, and then you want to just switch it at the drop of a dime because someone score. And Ethan Pinnock, my boy, I can't switch the conversation. Later or tomorrow, Ethan Pinnock will get his flowers. I will write up a program, put it in on all the platforms. You know that I don't switch my things them. And I saw the bad behaving Jason Guna, him come in and I try to switch my conversation. It not gonna work. Especially Jason Guna. So let me bring in Tennessee. Tennessee, go ahead, and then we'll bring in Kevin right after that. So Tennessee, big up yourself.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, JD. Big up Rush and Kevin. Me not go back bring a big stone for you because you come back good. Yeah, but JD. But what me say, like, I don't think Jamaica can pull out a FIFA competition. I think they can pull out like a CSC game and maybe the PanAm game and anything there. Because I don't think a FIFA running competition.
No, I don't think so. The PanAm game. I have to research it still. I think they might still have something to do with it, because if it affects the rankings, which I am not 100% sure, I'm going to be checking though. Yeah.
Or like PanAm game and kind of thing. I think, well, for Canada was supposed to send a team there, and maybe they didn't have enough finance, so Mexico take them place. So,
yeah,
I don't know, like, if they more get penalized if that, you know. But what I say, JD, people are that talk about patriotism and thing. I even notice when a man get a chance to go any country, even see a man them attack, and maybe if them attack too, them the citizens of another country. You understand? But
yes,
I don't know who can measure patriotism. I see who, because I don't know if you have people who can measure that. See? I don't know if you have a, I don't know, you have a, cut yourself or something to bleed to people say patriotism. Because me no know JD who can measure them thing. You understand? Because me know say people born overseas love Jamaica more people with the inside of Jamaica. So maybe more the same people they want to attack. See?
Mm-hmm.
So me no understand like people are growing all the time and I talk about well, we need more patriotism. Remember, you know, no by time, you know. People can sometimes if feel it's an talk, then kind of thing. I don't know say me can say maybe they just don't want the people them come and they want somebody else gonna fit them place. Cause they feel like people might take something from a country. See?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that reason why everybody get up and attack them kind of foolishness. Are people like see people at play where they claim they're born in Jamaica or whatever. See? Because if you notice, an hungry girl them alone then do them thing they do. You notice that sometimes, even a normal man like you, if you left Jamaica and you will live overseas for a certain amount of time, even though you're born there, you, know,
Mm-hmm.
you realize when you go back, they treat you different.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you don't know. I think they just said anything, yeah? If just cause a bag of full argument. People are say, Imaxit say no, we need to build a local team squad. You understand? Development squad. If you notice, you know, GJD, every team from El Salvador to every one of them going to the diaspora and them a look college player. See? To come in on the team, to build up their team. So I don't know why people
Uh, I'm getting some information here. The Panama game is not because of money issue. They said it clashes. I'm gonna put it on the screen here. So the Panama game is not because of money. And they said Canada's woman to miss Pan American games due to clash with FIFA window. So, and they said Canada Soccer will not field a women's team in this year's Santiago 2023 Pan American Games. It has been announced the games, which are due to run from October 20th to November 5th, conflict with a FIFA international window. Women's football was added to the Pan American Games program in 1999, and the Canadian woman competed in 5 consecutive editions, winning gold in 2011 and silver in 2003, bronze in 2007, and finishing 4th in 1999 and 2015. They did not take part in the 2019 edition in Lima as it clashed with FIFA Women's World Cup commitments. Okay? So hold on. Okay. As an organization, we have opted not to participate due to associated challenges with availability of the squad and maximizing contacts with full roster. Canada Soccer said in a statement as quoted by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. All right. So I'm wondering which. Okay, no, they are going a little bit deeper now. Canada coach Bev Priestman has said she hopes that games will be played in both of the upcoming FIFA international windows, which run from October 23 to November 1st, and from November 27th to December 1st. All right. Yes, so they believe, because remember they don't have to qualify, you know. In these same windows, you know, they don't have to qualify. So it looks like they're going to be playing some different friendlies to prepare themselves for the qualifier them coming through. All right, because remember, I don't know because I don't think it affects them.
that
As
sounds
to
sketchy to me though.
yeah.
I remember that they don't have to play some of these qualifiers. It
Yes.
don't affect them.
So I don't understand what they're using, but they are saying that it's not about money. It's not about money. It's them needing the window to do other things. All right, so they don't see the PanAm game as interesting, and they are going to be using it for something else. So yeah, it's okay.
Personally, for me, my view, I think not playing FIFA windows can give you some.
Kevin, you went down. You went down. We never heard you.
Yeah, sorry, you hear
Yeah.
me a while ago?
Yeah, man, we hear it now. You said about the FIFA window when you were talking about
Yeah.
not playing in FIFA window.
I
Yeah.
said for me, because remember some of the FIFA tournaments, if you don't go, it can cause a repercussion,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is the problem. Some right? Some persons will choose to go to the FIFA programs and choose to sacrifice the other programs for that. That is just my view. And if it was me, I would do the same because FIFA sponsor you. You hear me, Jerry?
Yes, we're here now. We're just leaving it to talk and then we can respond.
Because to be honest, if FIFA sponsor me, I would go to FIFA tournaments just to make sure that giving my country a chance at every World Cup there is, whether under 17, under 20. But the point with us is this: we don't plan forward. You understand what I say? That is my view as in respect to the federation. I think if we were planning forward, some of the games we could get sponsors for locally. Just like J3 not have no bag of money, but when a team should go like CAC games or that at the relate to athletics, they go and they look sponsorship. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the Jamaica Federation too big. Can you tell me say if a under 17 World Cup qualifiers coming up, we can't get sponsor from a JPS or some of these companies. I think if we do the thing properly, we can get a lot of sponsors inside of Jamaica and even both outside. If we call it now, engage our diasporas more and even better. Understand? And this thing when they matter about the girl with patriotic and I think we need to move away from these nonsense now.
All
Because
right.
if somebody never want to play for the country, they would not come. Understand what I say?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you go come and give a comfort where you are to come here, so we're uncomfortable most times, and the people them still at work with it. We need to think or we talk better as Jamaicans. When they talk about patriotic and these things, we need to move away from that now, brother. A time for we left them things and just admit the fact. The administration need to do better. I mean, we improve and we can do a lot better. You understand what I say? Because we not all bash them. Because they do some things good and I see they're working on a lot of things, but they need to do better as it relates to a whole lot more things, Jay. And it's the fact. We as a nation we just love puff up your chest and feel like say, yo, we're right all when we're wrong. Come on, if you're wrong, just admit it and apologize and move on. We all can do it. And I'm talking on both sides. The girls them to they themselves need to look in at themselves with some things when them are do too.
Real. Well said,
Understand what I
Kevin.
say?
Real.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Agreed,
Understand
agreed.
what I say?
Agreed. Agreed.
But trust me, this big pumped up pride when we're wrong. We need to move away from it, bro.
Not you.
Else we're not gonna go nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? We're not going to go nowhere if we continue with this big pumped up pride and then we as a nation we tend to want to talk about local based players and all of that. We local based players, them it no matter how talented they are, they're just not ready for international football. And we prove it over and over.
Okay.
I rather to use the local base them who left and go overseas or get the experience like a Kevin Stewart and Norman Campbell. And I mean, even as it seems, we can't make them up Tyreek Maggie because them overseas getting that experience. They know what it's like now. But we just take them out of money cup and put them in the national team. Them not go ready. Let's just admit it, bro.
Okay.
So while I'm all for development, brother, we can't footballer evolve past Jamaica coaches. And nobody can add to say a lie with them. We coach them. How much coach we have to really qualify? We're really qualifying in the country where we can say can let go outside go coach at the other place. How much coach we have, JD?
I would say Miguel Coley, a one. I think
No more, JD. No more. Don't try to fight it.
okay. I was going to try. Him ask me. I mean, I was trying to because you have to say Mr. Speed in certain sense because him get results. We have to you have to give Mr. Speed because him get some results.
You have to give Mr. Speedy.
So Miguel Coley, Mr. Speed, Tapper got result in the country and him get result out of the country through the national team. So Tapper would have been on the side, but put it at 2 at this point. 2 I would put it at.
Okay. Then a nation with only two qualified coaches can push a nation forward, JD. There's a lot of things that's cramping our football, brother. Understand what I say? We just need to just move from what pull up with socks and just try to do things a lot better and respectfully moving forward. That's how we need to do. Understand what I say?
Yeah, man.
If I act like them can't wrong, the girl them act like them can't wrong. We need to pull, and even he going with even the man side too. Because on the girl them alone do it, the man them do it too. The other day the man them stick up JFF for increase a pay. And when you look on it, them might get more money than the team who do better than them around the region. Understand what I'm saying?
But look how who stick them up and look how who them are blame.
See, but we not cost the man them on that too. While I agree, say if a man are working to get him paid, but I think if JFF do it a better way as how they engage the people them, I think we could have a lot more better conversation going forward.
Yeah,
JFF doing things the wrong way, brother. Approach the people in the right way. Tell the truth, show transparency, and I think we will get a lot more out of our team as it relates to and a better relationship with the organization. Even for us, who is looking in from the outside, there's no transparency where we can pick up for nobody. So if you even want to pick up for the JFF sometime, there's no transparency where we can say, yo, I show them do this and them do that. Because sometimes them a lie, brother.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep.
So if both sides just pull up everything and work together, JFF just be transparent, we can be a powerful team in Concacaf, brother. We can do it. We can. We just tired of the every minute where something with the JFF and something with a team, whether the girls or the man. Brother, come on, man. We need to move forward from them thing, you know. We get so much good players. Understand from both sides, whether male or female, we get recruits now. We could just try to work together. That's all I say, brother. Understand what I say? That's all I can say right now.
All right.
JD, one thing that make me go back around.
All right, go ahead, Tennessee.
JD, you ever look all life funny? All right. You remember last time when the Reggae Boyz make a play and they stick up, not stick up the JFF and the man even say they want the money. Yes, who initiate the whole thing?
Yeah.
This time, you know, when the same thing come on with the woman then. Yes, who initiate the whole thing. And look how who they blame in a long run for all the way going. So me I said, JD, you just and I feel like you see most of the people attack. I feel like they know exactly who a person they want to lead the charge, but them don't want to say it. So they want to blame a next man from outside, but the next man don't gonna follow who the leader do. You understand? Because they might blame the next people, you know. But then the next people they might initiate it. The next people them just say, just like you that come to me and say, me respect you, and I say, you know, so we have to do a thing. And I say, all right, anything you do, we go with you. That's what me I say.
Yeah.
And people know, the same people them, what talk, know.
Yeah, man. A foxy attack, Tennessee, a foxy attack, and even yesterday, even yesterday, when time the thing came out and I posted it, and Bonnie Shaw posted right after, saying that people don't believe nothing what them say. So you know, I posted it separate. So You know, I just think that's why I said I don't go
But
that route anymore.
if you notice, they now go send out more money, they must send out, but the other people, when the band that country, when them are pushing. You see me, I say? But when
Yes.
me, I say, I mean, I say, a man, people send out more money, China, but you cannot blame people, and you know it's true.
Yes.
Because you can't stir up people in the country now, because say, oh, because they ban outside, and they might make problem. So when we bring them, because every time we bring them, they might make a problem. The last time I blame them and blame, you know them start thinking, you know.
Yes.
But
And
yes, still, they will blame the rest of man, them will ban outside, so them can say.
yeah, man, and you're right. You're right, and people need to look at it because remember, you know, them 8 peanut them when them peanut them come in, you know.
How you mean if they eat them?
So it
Like a
and this
poison.
and that prove it again. You get me? When the man them never do anything wrong, just like how these girls that came in again never did anything wrong. You know,
And look how them are blame.
but the slight difference now in this drama, you have the Atkinsons, you have the Buckleys, them and them girl there, where people talk about because remember, you know, even on the poster, you know, it's Atkinson we saw on the poster, you know. Atkinson never even played in the
Yes,
last game, you know.
yes.
But them have
Okay.
to put a Jamaican barn on it for resonate with the people them. Because they know what the people them want from both sides. Mr. Anderson doing his election know what the people them want, and also the current president JFF know what the people want. So they are trying to use certain things because remember with the other thing, you know, even with Damari Gray score 60 million goals, you know. A whisper upon it, they took me a whisper and Bailey upon it, you know. When Damari Gray score 1,000,000 more goals and both of them combine, you know. So you're not trying to sell that to the public, you know. You're selling what the people know already and who them resonate to. So it's gonna always be a favoritism. It's gonna always be that it's not going to be.
Remember in JD, when the World Cup was going and Jamaica winning match, you know, say everybody are crying. You understand? Everybody are celebrate. Remember, some seeing people them are celebrate them, you know. And this girl them are cry. We even want them when they say about Jamaica, them are cry.
Yes, but that's not. We know not true. We know not true, man.
So when it comes to it now, the same people them actually turn people against them. You see me I say?
Yeah.
And they don't want to talk about the person who lead the charge because they don't want to say nothing about that person there. So then try to find a scapegoat to blame that people can say. And them other people they will come in and them cause the problem because they come in and they have their nightlife of foreign and then come in and they want everything. They want first class ticket. They want because it's a narrative in the brother.
Yeah, but look here. Me have a little kid. Me have a little kid on the screen. This little kid, I really like her from a long time. Sunday. Remember, so she come all of the competitions, you know. So she's at Tottenham, and she's a little kid. She's 2006, and she around the program around 2 years now. So you know how long she there on the program. That necessary commitment, what she can really truly know about Jamaica. You understand me?
Okay.
For she if turn up at Jamaica and know say she will come and support. And the last time when they put three she on because I think she get the lady of the match for one of the programs them. And she went up to speak. And you can hear the passion in the girl, you can hear the education from both football inside and real life. I'm saying, you know, must feel proud that these people represent you. No disrespect to anybody else, but I'm just saying because when you had the next girl went up, she couldn't make from 2 words, and the guy had to just cut the interview. And when Sunday had to go and do the interview, and you get me, so it is. I never wanted to bring that up, you know, but that's the thing that took place.
Remember that.
So we should we are getting free examples as to what we should aspire to, and we are fighting against it. You understand me? Because one cannot conduct herself and present herself none at all. She don't understand what the person say, and she don't know how to answer none at all. And then the next one that is younger go there and she dealt with herself properly. and you can see the way she move on the field, the difference between the local one and the overseas one. So you should just leave them, man, and let them learn. Let you try teach her, because maybe what's her name, Atkinson, would be comfortable to ask she as a teammate, help me about the word here or something. She would not want to come out in the public and ask for that. So sometimes let the girls them do their things and become better human beings. That's what I was trying to say.
But JD, you think say body shall never reach where she reach? You think she could do what she do though? They run away a long time, I run away tight team. You understand? But she have power behind her now, and the people them know about her. So they can't do nothing to her. You understand?
Yes.
But if JD, I see this, we don't care what nobody wants. Me is a thing all the while. We're prideful as people, and we're too prideful. Even when we want help, we act like we don't want no help. You understand?
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. It's JFF wrong, but you see this thing I want on, you have egos from both sides, because both sides are Jamaican.
Yeah.
You understand? You have egos from both sides. You understand? So, me no say JFF no wrong, you know, but you have egos from both sides, JD. You understand?
Yes.
And the people them need to tell the truth and tell who are the charging, I think. Because you see him oral chase, you think him don't know? It's about the shard.
No, but he can't speak up. Remember the last time he said something about Bonisha and nearly lose himself in a Jamaica. Remember? You forgot? He included me, embarrass him and just write off him career. So him cannot come from the approach anymore, because him realize that Bonisha is like the owner of a Jamaica football and the owner of because remember, you have to understand, we have a culture in which we have no 50%. It's 0% or 100%.
Okay. You understand?
Yes.
Him not a Bonisha lead the charge, but him not a beat around the bush. He might try to find people to turn against other people. Because so we've caused the division, you know. You understand? Because maybe you're not going to be able to turn them against Shah. So, but you know, it's easier to turn them against the people that go ground from overseas.
Yes.
The main thing what them are saying, then come with them get them comfortable treatment, and then whatever wherever them are come from, and then come to Jamaica and them are look the same thing. And that them are trying to say, you understand?
Yeah. It's sad, man.
But you turn your fire upon the wrong person. For the man and for the woman. Because we know who will lead the charge. I want to say them wrong to lead in charge of whatever them are doing a JD. But if you talk the truth.
Yeah, man. I agree.
Come in blame Bonisha lead the charge. But you are the journalist, you're supposed to come out and talk the truth.
Yeah, but as what someone said to me, say, Oral Tracy is a entertainer, and you have to understand that they know how to exploit the people. They know what the people want, and they know how to exploit them. Remember, Andy come out, him know exactly what the people want. Him come out, you hear the first statement he make, and then him figure out, say, he make the statement, it attract a certain amount of people, so let me come and brainwash the people that's actually over in the diaspora. To tell them, say, okay, you know what, I never that mean, man, me gonna bring in some of the players them after, because you know that we have to bring in some. We can't just give up every spot to everybody. So it's not about the best players. So that pretty much what he's telling you, it's going to be the 16 plus 7 or the 50 plus 50%. And it's going to forcefully be that way, because we have to set a precedent that it has locally born players on the field. That's what he's pretty much saying. So where we left off with the last federation is exactly where he wants to go back to. You get me? So we have to start asking our question: have we actually improved from? If we're going to go with him, because remember, I'm not in this voting stupid ass thing and stuff, I'm not in none of those things, but I'm just saying, as a person looking from the outside, are we going to improve? And which, it's going to come back to say, better we just work with the evil that we know at this point, because at least they are open to pick the entire 23 if they are better than everybody on the island. You just pick the entire 23. Not just pick a player because they're from Jamaica and force them in the team. I think you're going to see way more of that. Not because of maybe even the president, the person that wants to win, want to do so. But remember, the man them that's following the president is Mr. Williams, is the man from Harborview. Them man there, Carvel Stewart. Remember, that's why one of our legendary player that never played for Jamaica, but he's born the Liverpool legend. He said that Harborview they wanted to force people in the team, and he's not allowing it. He's not allowing it, and he rather not be the coach and just leave. So, and then from that point, that man has never talked different.
But
So,
JD,
yeah.
if you look on the JFF, all right, if you look on what run up against the JFF, where else you can come with one side that you're good? You have anything else to talk about? You understand?
He could
If
have
people them want to vote
no. Being honest, he could have talked about a different thing. The first thing he should have tried sold himself on is being more transparent and going young and make it much more easier for people to get into the JFF, not the friend and company thing. So sell them that you can apply for. It's not hard to fight against the JFF. You just do things, anything, just do things logically, and you can fight against the JFF very easy. Just do the normal thing and go there. People can apply for a job. These are the actual positions that will be up for grabs. This is how you can be impactful. We open a post that we can take all of you guys information and make sure we put it in it, as in like you are on the board as well. So we take your type of voting. So we kind of put it back to the new age that we are in. And the JFF would be dust. You understand me? Because once people in Jamaica feel like they are a part of it, you can't win again. So and that's what I think he's doing, but he's doing it in the wrong way. He took the easiest road. So that's the difference.
But JD, if you look on it as a JD, remember, him not have to sell we nothing because now we have a vote. You understand?
Yeah, but you still need people to come to the... No. Look, no, you can't. Him not thinking so. Him I think... And that he's thinking further. Because what he's thinking... Remember, when you get the spot, the thing, you need to sell things, you need sponsors, And the sponsors only come around for things that is glittering. And the only way something can glitter is when you have people to support the product. So even if they are not going to be voting and can't vote, you still need the people in between to go to the games and buy jerseys, and then maybe a sponsor, a water, can see that and cling on to it because he can sell some extra waters as well. You understand me?
Well, that's true.
So that's how they are looking at it, and that's how JFF looks at it as well. So for people that talks about the fans them don't have any power, no, fans still have power just the same. It's just in the way you use to get your point across and how much you're in. So what numbers you're in, and you can always get that point across and make it be effective. To be honest.
But I told you attacking the JD. But if you look who the man thing, you realize he must sell team program, but he must sell him and them go vote team something.
Yes.
So remember, all when you Jamaican brother, you have to promise a man something. Tell him, say, well, look on Carvel Stewart. From Carvel Stewart, they play a team, you already know exactly what going on there. You Carvel Stewart as a man, the big in Jamaica football, come out and at all, they play them, play for Jamaica, reject.
Yes.
A man like that should be the leadership on the football and I depend on your campaign. If you know, because JD, if you hear man say a thing like that, and you believe strongly say, well, a man should not say the thing. You're not having man paying team, but they don't care. Because remember, at the end of the day, a JD, when they come, they can talk in them parable and say, well, just like we sell coil, or we're going to bring in players and very. JD, me guarantee you, say, if the man they win, you're going to see play them from overseas, stop come one by one.
I think so.
Until they take time and get with their coach and say they campaign. I tell him and JD because they don't care about that, Virgin. They don't care about no international football and get players and go on a World Cup. They don't care about that, brother.
Yes.
You understand? Because they have them for you, so they don't have to deal with you again. If they don't want to interview, they don't have to do it. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I agree.
them have to promise the people them locally who have vote for them, promise them things. Because me can guarantee you, say, a lot of them hate to see side right now. Jamaica senior team right now because they
Yeah,
don't like it.
yeah, but the man who control football, he said it, and what I've learned, because you have to listen to it a lot, you know. The man
Mm.
said it out of his mouth, but you realize you have to always understand that him not care, cause him say it and repeat it again.
Yes,
So
man.
him not really happy of that, because film product is to sell a local brand. You
Yeah.
understand me? Not
Yeah.
realizing that if we actually achieve the prize, his local brand will go further and further. Maybe he thinks because players getting transferred, it's because of his local brand, not knowing it's the
Mm-hmm.
image of the Jamaica Football Federation and
Right.
the Reggae Boyz just the same. Because a lot of them thinks that they're getting people sold based off just what's going on in the JPL, but that's not actually true. I thought that from Mikel Antonio and those guys came on the radar. The
You can see
visibility
now,
where Jamaica
them are
gets,
regret.
yeah, the visibility where Jamaica gets, even without them in the team, it still helps them. I'm telling you, it still helps them a big lot, yeah.
And when you think it come down to JD, same ego you talk about.
Yeah,
I
man,
see him
true.
ego, you know. I'm prideful, you know. I see him thing come down. JD, me, I'm saying, sometimes they think they know better, but they don't care. You understand?
Yeah,
I think they know better, but they just don't care. They don't care. Because remember, you know, enough of them thing, you know, them not make no money. And them, some remember, you know, you see, at when you say look a while, them believe, say, all of them play with them myself, right? Have a for them own initiative. They don't make a more visibility when the international player them come. Because JD, me know, you have them big club, like West Ham and them, all of them club in England. When Ethan Pinnock them a play, and Michael Antonio them are going to watch the team too, because of them player.
yeah,
You see me I say? If them
yes,
never define team, nobody now watch that.
yeah,
But JD, I think they know, but they don't care. They don't care. They don't care about it. All they want are just to make a money for themselves. They don't care about the national team. They don't care about nothing. Bridging. I mean,
yeah.
can guarantee if the man win, you're going to see disaster. You
Well,
understand?
we're
Because I remember one time Burrell in the JD, I same thing, man, I same thing people used to say, no, oh, give next man a chance. Burrell in the long time. Then I talk when next man can do, you know, but just give next man a chance. You see him like when I talk about the football, I see him here. Burrell in there too long time. A man need this man need a chance. He make enough money already. That's why people them talk.
okay.
They don't care. So it's just like when you not talk about a player now, who play in a higher league, and a man who play JPL. Although me never get that right now. But me just make an example. You that talk about a player in a higher league, and a man say, yo, no because them play in England, them better than this man.
Yeah,
No
man.
because them play
I remember
American.
those
I see him
conversations,
thing.
man. I remember those conversations and people
I
saying
see him thing,
not
JD.
because
I
they're
see him
playing at a
thing.
higher level, they are better.
Mean to them better than man.
And I
You
never said
understand?
that. I explain. I had to respond to the person and said, but I never said that, not because they're playing in a higher league, they're better. I told you why they're better, because I have watched both of them. So it's not like I'm just making up the stories because I heard about a player. I saw the player and did my looking on the player and look at the next player, and based off what I'm learning, I use that to judge. And
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the end, I think I turned out to be right, because at that time it was one of the players them that getting the biggest hype, and I'm saying, boy, I don't really see this what you guys talking about, you know, because what they were using it is they were clinging on that player to Ethan Pinnock. Oh, Ethan Pinnock on the field, and look how big him is, and the next one outplay him. And then I had to say to Mr. Speed, so Mr. Speed, they never watched the first 4 minutes of the game and realized the same player make 2 mistakes and Ethan Pinnock cover for him and attack
Yeah,
him at the same time. So what if that man never pick up for that one, him would have gone down the drain, and you guys would have actually slaughtered him. So that from that day, that proved to me that they have not evaluate nothing. They only look at
no.
where they want to take the positive from, and then gloss
Yes.
over it and sell it to people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? And
Mm-hmm.
sell it to people. So I've learned that a long time now. So that's why you saw me not really getting angry. And I just come here and just discuss my football to make people know
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
the girls them and stuff, you know? Because I've
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
I've come to not expect much. You remember yesterday I said I classed something as this is a Jamaican way. A Jamaica way. Like a Jamaica way, not a Jamaican, a Jamaica way. So what takes place on the land? You have some things
Mm-hmm.
takes place in the land that just takes place in the land. So who was born there alone can attest to that. You get me? And then people got offended saying that I am classing Jamaica and stuff and we are having a conversation about Jamaicans. So I'm trying to show them the difference what people overseas getting from what who was born on the land and don't get that exposure to learn more. They are going to tend to be more strict to what Jamaica on the land offer because they don't know what nothing else offer in the rest of the world. You get me? And some of these people are in high position. They have never gone anywhere and stay there to learn the principle of a different culture so they can add to what Jamaica has and make people know that, listen to me, this is not the way it works. So some of them get high positions without, and let me show you a way how they use to keep the same system in. Remember when I've talked about the coaches and I said why we try put pre-positions for the coaches them? Why we don't try to send them out to learn? I was talking about sending them out to learn other ways and how to deal with people as well, yeah. So with we getting a license, firstly them getting a license and then them get automatical position on the team, on the national teams them to coach different levels. They are not going out to get any outside experience. So they're just learning what they are learning off of the book and then still be the same person they are. So when they get in higher positions, they can't deal with the people coming from overseas because they don't know how to deal with them because they're coaching the Jamaica team and a few Manning Cup teams in Jamaica. So that is just Jamaica behavior he's only privy to. So when he goes up against higher level educated footballers, because that's just the reality, he can't deal with them. And then once they do refute something that he's saying that might be the truth, it's going to start an unnecessary argument because the ego of the person will still be there and not realizing that, okay, if I had the education from outside, I could have settled the situation different. And it's going to continue to cause problem. And this is where I can fault Mr. Speed, them saying that they have to have these people and put them in pre-designed position and stuff. No. If you have a job, in school they taught us to educate ourselves and then go look way work experience by getting jobs in a lower tier as to what we want to get to and upgrade ourselves.
But JD,
yeah, go ahead.
look on this, you know. You realize, all right. You realize a president of Jamaica Football Federation, a federation is just a figurehead.
Yes, yes.
You
know
realize
that.
I people them from the parish are running the football program. And sometimes I wonder if them people are going to football to make them parish better, do something to step up to the bigger thing, and then going there to get in the federation itself. Because if you look around and look on the parish them, then I do nothing. You understand?
I don't have a full scout on the parish them and what they're doing. So I can't answer to it fully. But I know about some though. I know about some. No, I know who is running the vote, but I'm saying as to what they're doing, I don't have a full grasp of the entire country as to what they're doing. We can see the end result, and say that it's not good. And Mount Pleasant doing more than what maybe the entire parish council doing for their region. So Mount Pleasant could make that region look better than what the parish council actually doing. You get me? So sometimes it could be misleading at the end. So because I don't have the facts and the dockets to read through, I can't really know. So I'm not going to blame them or give them credit.
Look on this man who run for president, The man come from a parish when they have a team in a league, in the highest league in the country.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah.
And you are going to tell me, say, JD, if you remember, if you run for your position, if you have some sort of, if you go for an interview, if you have some sort of thing where, some sort of, some some sort of work where do where can show people say we can get that position here because look on this when we do in the past. Look what we
No,
do to this parish.
no,
You
but
understand?
look how you'd have to look at that. Look how you have to look at that then.
Mm-hmm.
Him can still run, man. He can still run because remember he has 37 years according to what people told me. I think it's around that, either from 27 to 37 years. He has that experience on the board of the JFF. So even if he does not have the natural walking of experience on the football pitch, I still believe that he was influential in something to be there for 30 odd years. So what he needs to do is to be transparent as to what he has added things towards, what he fixed before, so you can understand and give it a proper evaluation as to what he could do in the future. That's what I think he needs to do.
Yes, JD, but JD.
Hold on, Tiga. Tiga, hold on. You can't just jump in, Tiga. If a man speak, you have to make him speak, and then you come in after.
Let me say good morning, Sir Tiga.
So Tiga, me can't say Tiga. Hold on, you can't just mash up my show like that. People, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Tiga come in and Tiga to try mash up the reasoning. When me and Tennessee a reason out some things, I mean just show Tennessee a different side. Let me go through them comments and then we go back to Tennessee. KD says that's what happened with Vin and the women's team. He didn't know how to coach the professional players and they didn't have confidence in him. Thank you very much, KD. And these are the things that I've been talking about a long time, but they can't see it because they don't know any other reality. You're only privy to the reality you know. But one thing I can say, the reality that is in Jamaica might not be the same reality in a lot of other places. All right, and I think that's what always be the problematic side for us, you know. So I'm just hoping that I've said something 2 years ago and I still believe that is the best thing can happen to Jamaica. Get two of the man them that you trust, like how you have pre-designed people that will be in position, Miran Garden and Fuzzy. Send them to Belgium, rent an apartment for them, pay for their studies, and let them and they align them with a club because people would take them on and let them go to schooling over here. And I can tell you, it would be better than having 3 people doing the license in Trinidad and then come back trying to put the knowledge to them, because they're going to be more knowledgeable when they get to here, because normal day-to-day communication improves human beings. If they are still in Jamaica doing the Trinidad license and come back to Jamaica, they still can't teach you certain things. They only can teach you to the books. And that's pretty much it. All right. And I still believe that's the only way for us to get certain things stepped up. Get the players them, get the coaches them over there in the big places. Just like how you want a transfer, spend a couple million Jamaican dollars to get them a UEFA qualified badges. And I can promise you, you might not have to pay 50 million and 100 million to the next coach that you're going to hire. You use back one of these guys out and you maybe spend 5-6 millions in total to complete the deal. All right, big up yourself. What up, man? Thanks for being here. KD says Dr. Year said Anderson is a idea for Jamaica football going forward. KD said absolutely, the local coaches need to have an open mindset, a desire to learn, and the exposure to be able to coach at the highest level. Yes. What up, man? Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Go ahead, Tennessee, and then let me know when you want Tiga to come in, because Tiga does one bullying way. Yes.
But yeah, how me look on it? If a man get a work, say you give a man a work, and you give him a golf card to drive, and then crash a golf card. You go down turn and give him a trailer to give him and say, man, go drive a trailer. You understand? Because you're the president of one parish. You're supposed to do some work where people can look on at your resume to go forward. If you don't do nothing in a parish, and then you come down and you want to run the whole thing, then you crash it too. Yeah, you understand? I mean, you know, you can
So
still do
so
something
so
and still turn around and crash it.
let me break something here now. I have watched the news yesterday, and they said several persons inside of the camp of Mr. Ricketts want to run. So what you would say about those persons?
Why me call them run? Because none of them don't make no difference. You understand? Anybody who want to run, just run. Because then I football, because they make it a way that's outside people can't run. That's something them alone can run. No matter what they do, if they do a good job or a bad job, they still can run. And nobody else can come in and run. Because I believe, say, a JD, you don't need somebody sensible to run the football federation. See? But them money want to run now, JD, they just run because they can run. I like you in the thing, and you say, boy, I can run, you know, because you control a parish, so you can run. Anybody can run because they in a parish or whatsoever. But then make sense because JD, they should make a thing that people from the outside can run to. You understand? So me just say, you see, I can't see a man get a golf cart and crash it, and then you go give him a chair if he go drive. You see me, I say?
Yeah.
So I believe, see, going forward, that is just me, that is my opinion. I believe we should stick with the evil where we know. Even though it's a evil, but we should stick with that because we already know the evil already. You see me, I say?
Yes, and then try hopefully in the next 4 years something implemented that we can have restricted timing. This is one thing. Just like in multiple presidency, you can't rerun. That is the first thing should have always been implemented in football. That a man can't keep on rerunning over again. You know, you should have a limitation on it. That's the first thing I would say.
No man should end up nowhere 37 years. One place, I don't do nothing. What I want to finish up what I place. Yeah, you understand? Ricky Tara, this and what I finish up what I place. But I just saw them set it up still, and them around them thing. You understand? We can't do nothing.
No, I think we can call out for all the positions, the main positions in the JFF should not be over. It should be cycled bar. So at least maximum 2 cycles. You can't do more than that. So you can't have people over 8 years inside it. All of the main heads, them like the 8 toughest positions, should always be ready to recycle, because what that does, it brings more new fresh minds, because you're looking at a decade all time, and no care how bright he is in the last decade, the next set of it them are gonna be brighter than you. So if you keep on having the same man for 37 years, that simply means you're having pretty much 4 decades of the same mind right there. And obviously we just talked about, if a man decide that he's gonna stay in Jamaica, and we know our culture, we can all attest to that. It is very much of a boxing culture. So I know we are getting players from worldwide. So see why we can't deal with people from outside, because that's years, But go ahead. Very good point, man.
Computer and phone change every year. Me not see no computer when nobody use it for 37 years. So big up on yourself, you big up thing that.
Alright, the man saying he never see a person using a computer for 37 years. At least, even if they're using the same computer, the same shell, they have improved inside of it. So at least it has the ability to upgrade. Alright? I agree with Tennessee. Alright? Guzman said these people don't believe in youths. They won't do that, JD. But I'm saying that's what we have to strive for, because that's the only thing I see as a solution. Because if me and everyone in the chat can just easily solve these problems with the girls. Yesterday we were here, a reggae girl calling. They look like they respected our point to come and have a conversation with us than them. So, and what's the difference with we and them? We are younger, and we can be objective to a certain extent, because obviously people would say, oh, someone bias. But at least we can be objective to a certain extent. These men, you hear them say it's their way or no other way. It have to go the way here, or else we can't reach certain levels. So they are not going to look at nothing else. So you get me? Yeah, man. So it is what it is. Let me bring in Tigat, because I wanted to chop up my little girls here, no, that sounds wrong. I wanted to chop up the team, like what to expect from them later, and who should be the ones that you're keen in on, and what should they deliver for you to say that they should get a step up or something. We have Andreen Smith, one of the local girls them, played in several competitions. I am looking at her because obviously we saw that we have midfield crisis right there. A Reggae girl called in yesterday and just talked. She never wanted to call her name, so we just leave her alone. No, she just wanted to talk Delana Blake. But I'm just saying, a Reggae girl can just call in because she like she like the conversation and she can resonate to the conversation. That's all I was actually saying. Still, you watch the video yesterday, record her voice, go back and listen to the rest of the Reggae girls them, and decide who it is. Tiga, go ahead. Tiga, go ahead. The man want to know all of the things. I can't. Yeah, big up, big up.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Big up to Tennessee. Yeah, man, strong point. I'm gonna go talk to as I go along when I hear you guys talking and stuff like that. All right. Let me just jump off on the first one, a resident. Instead, the point that he make about the golf cart and stuff like that, and then you make a strong point that I could attach to the golf cart. For example, Mr. Maran God, him crashed the under 20 program. You understand? But yet still we give him a promotion to the senior boys. He's the assistant coach.
No, was it the under 20 or the under 17? I think it was the youth 17, yeah.
One of them program there, but him crash it.
No, but we have to make sure people can go back and check it and it's accurate. So I think it was the youth 17. Yeah.
All right. Let's put it broad. Him crash one of the youth program and then give him a promotion. Not because he is a scholar and him went to Trinidad and him get this woolly thing. You understand? But you make an excellent point. Instead, I say when they get these things, they need to send them out of Jamaica to a different, not even the Caribbean, because the Caribbean is below our standard. You understand? Go to a different country and learn for them football program and learn how their style of played and then come bring it back to Jamaica. That's why everybody was saying that Miguel Cole would be a better coach for the Jamaica team than all of these coaches, because he went to Saudi Arabia and all these places. You understand? These coaches just do the certificate and then them not go nowhere at all. The only resume them can show is Manning Cup and whatever, which is nothing at all. Because you still put these Manning Cup boys against some US college students and then get beaten. You understand?
Yeah.
Get beaten. You need to send them out. You make an excellent point. Send them out. You understand? For them.
But I said the same thing to Mr. Speed around 2 years ago, And what Mr. Speed said to me, he said to me that because even if they give them a contract and they know that they should oblige by the contract, him said to me word for word, me know Jamaica, some of them money when them go there, them are gonna run off or you can't tell them nothing, so it's gonna cause some problems. But me think he could have talked his way around to get them doing it and know that they're doing it for the country.
Where big man are gonna run off? You understand? We have big man with responsibility. All right, for example, Marion Guard. Why Marion Guard not gonna run off in any country at all? Why Marion Guard not gonna run off?
I think maybe he never listened to me well and looked into what I was actually saying. Because if you come in the end now and you want to attach them beside the coach now, I think they would have gotten even better experience if they went overseas to do the job still. But he looked at it that way, and I understand. Let me not.
When we talk about the golf cart now, when we talk about the golf cart and the trailer, if Coach Algrim's supposed to leave, who them are going to fight now? Marion Garden. Because the man said, you was with Coach Algrim's and he learned a lot. You understand? And then we're going to deeper problem because Marion Garden no international experience, but all of them just walk and carry the bag of the coach. Yes, and him not the international experience. No, back to the JFF. With this man in the position for 37 years. What significant contribution he did to the football service so we can vote him in. Him did it for 37 years. 37 years. what achievement, what him can highlight to as vice president and say, yeah, I was one that helped implemented this one and blah blah blah. What
Mm-hmm.
him do? What him do for we are gonna vote for him? 37 years. 37 years. You
Well,
understand?
yeah. Well,
He
he has
got
to fix.
charged about team.
You have to
Hold
fix
on.
that.
When they say when they say
And then
what
the
him
other
do for we vote for him, you have a vote.
no,
Say
all
say
right.
man them make sure say
Fine,
and them
fine.
and
For
them
them,
friend them alone can vote.
yeah, right. But hold on now. Yeah, you're right again. What then do can not that. And then again. What I agree with, where I disagree with Tennessee, they make some lovely points and stuff. But I disagree with him. Although he doesn't have an experience you don't have to have a experience in football, but how to manage something. You understand? Take
Mm-hmm.
out the whole of you don't have to have a Mike Ricketts or who a vice president in the football or a parish council leader or whatever. Take them up because none of them can run nothing at all. None of them
Okay.
can run. Take them out. Get some leaders who can run a business. You understand? Who know to run a business. You understand? Some good leaders to run a business, to run the football federation. You understand? And you said the next thing again. Let me go back on kind of backtrack. You said the next thing. When people come out of the environment, when people come on and go to a different environment, it's an eye-opening thing. When I migrated to United States, right? I may start see something that I never see before. Like, for instance, in learning and how they operate and how they move. Far different than how Jamaican move and how Jamaican learn. You understand? It just way different. So sometimes people have to come out of them environment to have an eye-opening experience moment. You understand? To learn. You understand? You stay in a one, they stay in a one circle, and they feel like they know it all, and they feel like them have this grand idea. But when them get into the wider circle, it just come like nothing. They need to step out. They need to step out. They need to step out. They need to step out and say what the wider world have to offer. Them
Yeah.
can't stay in the box. They only go stay in the box, stay in the Caribbean and struggle to beat the Caribbean side. They are going to struggle to beat the Caribbean, struggle to beat the Grenada, struggle to beat the Haiti, struggle to beat, and then the other side, the Mexico, the Canadians, the Americans, they are far way above us, and we can't beat them. Up to this day, we can't beat America in a lengthy stretch. Up to this day, Mexico and America have still beating us,
Yeah,
still beating us.
but we have to understand. We have to understand. Mexico and America, they have superior coaches. They have superior leagues. They have superior academies. They have superior everything. So it
So because the coach's
Have superior
experience.
they
financing.
have the superior finances as well. So they have everything. They have everything.
No,
So
we not, Jerry, the amount of money in Jamaica, you not frightened people. We not send out the, we,
Tigat. Sometimes we can stop somewhere. Jamaica
Yes,
cannot compare
yes.
with Mexico. It's not
Happen like
reality.
message.
It's
Yeah,
not
T.
reality. It's not possible.
why the coaches can't compete. I
Very
think
much that
coaches can
possible team.
compete. if
Tigat,
they if they step
Tigat.
out.
Remember,
Hold on,
Tigat. Let me just give you something. Tigat, the Mexican League is one of the top 20 leagues, top 20 leagues in the world, or top 30 leagues in the world. Jamaica maybe not actually have one of the top 100 teams in the Concacaf region. You hear me just say? The highest rated team are Mount Pleasant and around 130 are 115 to 130 them rank in the actual CONCACAF. In the actual CONCACAF. You understand me? So T-God, sometimes we have to understand. And you know what that brings? Look, a man want to invest. You know where I'm going to invest first? In the Liga MX than actually Jamaica. Because you have one, we are top 13 in the world. And them bring out world level players. And them go the most second round in a World Cup history. Jamaica make one World Cup. So everything about their players is much more attractive, Tigat. So we have to be careful when we are saying that they should be competing with those teams. I think Jamaica need to compete with 80 in younger level football because if you check the facts, it's not really. They kind of always out do Jamaica in a younger football for some reason. You know, the girls and also the boys in a younger football. They kind of match up. Of lately when we are doing this older, bigger girls, and that is solely down to we can get already packaged players. But if you put on the proper developed players them from 80 to Jamaica not gonna win the games. You understand me? So it comes back from it shows that if you put the work in, more likely you're gonna get the rewards. And I agree with you on the point of we need to put in the work in, but you can't just use that to fry them. So I agree with you on one point and I disagree on the next point. And I agree with okay, people say they disagree with me. Dre Enweda said, actually, you're wrong, JD. It's Cavaliers. Okay, I said none of the teams them don't ranked outside inside the 100 best teams in Concacaf. So where was I wrong? If you said Cavaliers is ranked higher than Mount Pleasant, my conversation was to show you where the players them really the leagues really rank comparative to Mexico. So we can't be disrespecting Mexico. Determined say JD, I disagree with you. We have a loads of talent but limited processing. So Determined, you honestly believe that we have more talented players in Jamaica than Mexico? What I determine talents to be is the ability, the natural ability to find something out. I can tell you, Jamaica cannot compete with Mexico no day in the next 50 years or maybe in a lifetime to find talents in football. I don't think it's possible because they have more people. And even if our production line improve, we still can't compete with them. We are going to improve our part, but we are not going to compete with them. And that does not say we can't defeat them on a match day. I'm just saying when it comes on to talents, it's just not on the same level. It's just not on the same level. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Tiga. Go ahead. Sorry about cutting you.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Kevin. You and Tiga work out who are going next.
Tiga. Me touch a part where you never touch.
Go ahead. You
First problem. Michael Sadler, big of yourself for your comment when you see you make. When you say money is not the problem, it's mindset and knowledge. JD, you ever realize in Jamaica the first thing them tell me, the federation is them say them are work free because it's not profitable, right? So why if something free, one man want to stay in there for 30 days, I say you want to work free, brother? Eh?
Yeah.
All of them money inside of this thing, just fatten them pocket. And if you look on the cycle, from Cavels throughout them armor view, and all of them, all RCs, them never did that do nothing for football but fatten them pocket, brother. Understand what I say?
Yeah.
Them are use free and them are work free, but the whole of them are benefit out of football. I go them for going out, brother. How can you have a man run a federation for 30 odd years and even take part in a certain leagues? The man have the worst federation in the nation. The worst. Him are the president for one of the worst football federation in the nation. And him want to run for president? Come on, people, man.
All right. Yeah. Tiga, finish up a point because I have to run due to the fact that I'm coming back later. JD, JPL ranked 10th in CONCACAF League Ranking Index. Patrick Cameron, you don't think I know that? But ranking 10th as a league, you realize that the other teams them have from 15 to 20 teams in leagues. And you have 9 teams ahead of Jamaica. They were ranked 13th before. So when I said 100 odd teams better than all of the Jamaican teams them, in the same index, Mr. Cameron. You understand me? So I am accurate into what I'm saying. But I don't know what changed when I said that the highest ranked team is 100. It still stay factual, you know, because they are pretty much saying every team inside those leagues are better than our teams in our region. That's what it's saying. You get me? That's what it's actually saying. To be honest, Patrick Cameron. But I have not said Jamaica is not ranked 10th, no, in the ranking index. You get me? And you have to remember, with 80 in the team as well, the highest ranked team in the Caribbean is actually 80. And 80 is the highest ranking country as well. The problem is 80 not playing any game. 80 not playing any game, so Violet and those clubs don't get any respect, because remember, Violet literally was the best team. Violet beat 2 of our teams from Jamaica, so let me not forget that. It's because 80 team can't train and the cost would have been too much why those are not there. So we are at the first in the Caribbean, not because we are the best. It's because the next team cannot participate. And I hope people hear what I've just said, you know. It's because the next teams cannot participate because they dominated the region last time and went up against big dogs and actually won games. You understand me? So it could have been we being second. You get me? Just giving you the facts. JD Simon gave some data some time ago saying the same thing you are saying. No, Shavan, remember, this is my, when I come on internet, and I don't come to mislead people, you know, so I come to give you things that I know you're not going to see on the data as well too. Because remember, I heard people saying that Jamaica has the highest ranked team in the Concacaf. And that is not technically correct, because it was Violet AC and it was by a mile as well, because they have done things that nobody did. You understand me? But because they can't participate, by them can't participate, Jamaica team stepped up there and even got an extra spot to participate in the Caribbean tournament. Because if they were available, we wouldn't get so much spots to go in. You get me? So I think people need to make it more clear rather than just say we are the top and not explaining it to other people, because that would sell a false sense that we are producing a better result than teams that have actually produced better results. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to make sure people can research Violet. They did beat Cavaliers and they did beat Waterhouse as well, and they went on to defeat MLS teams and then won a game against a Liga MX team. Just making sure you know that, all right? So I'm just giving you the facts. So next time people talking, it only seems like it's just Jamaica alone, and it seems like said there's no other team doing anything. I like to put the reality in it. I just like to do that because I don't like to sell people a false sense of security when it's not true. You know? Yes. So I wanted to just give it that and go and check it for yourself. Go ahead. You have anything drop drew us out of the place? Yeah man, Cameron. Yeah man. So we have to use that to not overhype the teams, because sometimes we overhype the teams, you know, and then we set unrealistic expectations on the players them, because we think that they should be doing the best. But if you know a team rank 130 and they are playing the 12th ranked team, I think if you're privy to that knowledge, then when you come into the game, if they do something good, you give them the over praise that they deserve. But if you don't know, then you start to hype the team comparative to the next team that's ranked 68. And then when they get embarrassed, you beat them up for no reason. And it's just because you don't have the actual information in front of your face. And that's why I always try to present that, because I strongly believe that we try to always avoid the smaller cues of things that is important for we to not judge people at the same level as to how we are judging them. You know, I've always gotten that since I'm doing videos. So that's why I've always took up that little thing to make sure I present every single little details that I know people might miss and stuff, you know? Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks, Cameron and Mario. I just wanted to just clear up that. Go ahead, Tiga. Finish up a point so we can finish. Cause later we're gonna be coming back for the girls them to support the little girls them and see who has some ability to step up. You know.
Yeah, JD, as I was continuing to say, some of these people are around the GFF. I say, like what tenants, they're there too long. You understand? They're there too long. They're there too long. The vice president now gonna run against the president, and he's still vice president. How that can work? So I guess when him turn president, him gonna make Mike him vice president.
Maybe not.
No, I'm just, that was being sarcastic. But anyway, we need a change of culture in a Jamaica when it come on to to football. We definitely need a change of culture. You understand? Somebody else need to step up to the plate. You understand? To get these person out and change this footballing culture what the JFF have. You understand? Because they're not doing a good job. They are not doing a good job.
All right.
You understand? They're not good, and it's so, and it's because of social media why this is highlighted, and because of the vloggers them coming out and talk on these issues and stuff like that. Make all of these things highlighted. You understand? If it wasn't for social media and the vloggers coming out and talk and say, yo, this is not right. We need to do better. The thing wanna shake up like this.
Yes, definitely.
Because somebody 37 years and not do nothing at all. You understand? And them just a change one place to the other. Isn't that right?
All right, boss Tigat. Tigat, never follow you cost the whole day, Tigat. Remember, so we have to make the next stream, we have to make the next stream, Tigat. All right, but me feel what I say. I understand. But sometimes I want more information and I think the next time you hear from him, he's going to come out and tell people what he does. Like what he did over the time. He's going to let you know, because maybe that question came to him, and as I've told you, some of them don't prepare themselves to do these interviews. So when they do come up there, it seems like they don't even know what they're saying, because Mr. Chung is very good at that. Just make up things on the spot and then don't remember it for the next interview, then caught himself in the same madness, so so give him a next opportunity to prove himself, and then we can say yes or no, Yes. So give your final point, and then make my brother give him final point as well. So we can shut off the show for make the actual wallpaper them for the game for come back later, because me go on my little daughter's party, Halloween party, then return to do the game and the girls them. I have to structure my life in a TGAT. So you're not taking up hours out of my life. You can't pay me in a TGAT. You have to give me a whole heap of money out of what I'm making.
So I just come buy a little stuff, go get some plantains and banana, just go make breakfast for the kids. Yeah, me just go get some green plants and stuff like that.
You can just go to the shops and get whatever you want from Jamaica?
Yeah, man. There's
okay, that's nice.
Stop and shop. It's not really, they have some Caribbean stuff. No, and I just get some green planting. Nice green planting. You understand? I go deal with some breakfast for the kids. But anyway, my final point, I just wish the Jamaica Federation, Jamaica Football Federation well. You understand? And stop trying to mash up the football. You understand? Stop trying to mash up the football.
All right, Sir Tiga. Take care, my brother, yeah? All right, so that is the great TGAT people. So people, please do special like 127 here. Let me just go through the listing of the girls that we have at the PanAm Games. They're going to be taking on Chile later. All right, they have lost their 2 games, 7-0 to the Mexican team. And let me give you some update. Majority of the players them on the team, it is mixed with other players, the second string team, but they have first string players on it because they are trying to stay fit to come back to the Gold Cup qualifiers. So yes, they do have a few players on it from the main team. All right, yes. So Jamaica picking up 7 is not so bad when I kind of go through all of the players. Them obviously it's not the strongest team Mexico could have fielded, but it's 7. It could have been 20 to be honest. You know, Mexico missed a lot of chances. So who had impressed me so far? I think the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper definitely worked in the last game, which is Christian Chambers. She worked in the last game. She tried very, very hard. You had Buckley. I don't think Buckley impressed me so much. She have good speed. I could see where people would say if she get better development, she can do better. Yeah. Destiny Powell and Emily Sunday have to keep on working. Andreen Smith, she have to keep on working. But I like Andreen. I like Andreen Smith. I like Andreen Smith a little bit more than Eva Buckley. I like Andreen Smith a little bit more than even Buckley. So keep on working hard, Andreen Smith. I think she's going to develop a little bit faster. I don't know why I believe so. But Andreen Smith, nice player. Keep on working hard. Yes, so I'm going to be watching Andreen Smith later. Emily Sunday, I want to see her at least get a few balls this time and work hard. I think most of our job the last time was on the defensive end. And they kind of prioritized Buckley to stay off the channel and try to go forward. I think they need to give that duty to somebody else, like maybe Sunday and others, you know. Share the breakaways, not just make one person stay one place. Yeah, I don't really like that. In a team that is not really good, you don't want to prioritize players to do certain duties. No, everybody should be working as a team, dropping back, working hard, and then go forward as a team as well. So I hope I see some more things that we can take out and properly judge some of these players. All right, yes. So you have Andreen Smith, Emily Sunday, she's coming from Tottenham, England. Akila Johnson, look out for her as well. We talked about Christian Chambers, but she's older. Destiny Powell, Shaniel Buckley, Minot, she had a good youth 17 tournament, I think. Yes. So look out for her if she can improve on that. Kiona Tulloch, look out for her as well. Yes. So those are the ones that I would say you should look out for. Yeah. And so we will be back later. All right. Stefan, I heard you, Stefan. All right. Take care, people. We will chop it up later. So make sure to join us later. I will set the stream. Drop a like on it when I do, if you have the time, and we have a good time supporting the girls, chopping up some things, and keep on educating ourselves. All right. Peace out.